Ready to have leaf filter installed?
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install a Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/radio to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/radio for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/radio for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/radio. See representative for warranty details.
Tune in for Reinventing Retirement, where premier wealth managers and retirement specialists discuss the most important and crucial retirement topics for your benefit. Reinventing Retirement, Saturdays at 9 a.m. and Sundays at 9 a.m. and again at 11 a.m. Only on 102.5 The Bone.
Amy Cox did something smart. She saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. And with that money, she decided to treat herself to an anti-aging red light mask. Will she look like a horror movie villain every night? Yes. Will her boyfriend Kevin be scarred for life? That's certainly a risk. But it's Amy's savings, and if she's willing to risk her relationship for smooth, wrinkle-free skin, well, bye-bye, Kevin. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Taxes was waiting on the refund you needed yesterday.
All right, your car repair is going to run about $3,000.
Now Taxes is getting back on the road with TurboTax and Credit Karma, where you can get your refund up to 5 days faster and get personalized guidance to take every dollar further. Now this is Taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. Deposit a federal refund into Credit Karma Money account and early submission of refund data by IRS required. Terms apply. Banking services provided by MVB Bank, Inc. Member FDIC. Credit Karma is not a bank.
Hurt in a slip and fall? Take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
102.5 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio.
My name is Drew. Pronounced with the O.
It's in your face with Drew Garabo.
I'll write it and we'll do it live.
TSA, hardest job in the world, and his knowledge of music is...
Live from the 102.5 The Bone Studios in St. Petersburg, Florida. It's Drew Garabo. Live.
We at war. We at war with terrorism, racism, but most of all, we at war with ourselves. God, show me the way because the devil's trying to break me down. You know what the Midwest is? Young and restless. Might snatch your necklace and next these might jack your Lexus. Somebody tell these who Kanye West is. I walk through the valley of the shadow where death is. Top floor, if you alone and leave you breathless. Try to catch it. It's kinda hard getting choked by the Texas.
I forgive you, Kanye. Welcome back to my Spotify library. My name is Drew Garabo. My friend over there is Maurice, and we are Drew Garabo Live. What passes for entertainment in Tampa Bay radio.
My mama used to say only Jesus could save us. Well, mama, I know
whether or not you're a follower of Christ and his teachings, I feel safe in saying we can all use a little Jesus today, and that's from a Jew. Jews for Jesus, one of the weirdest things in the world. But I get it. Like, I'm a Jew, and I jive with Jesus. I F with him, as they say. I'm not saying I'm going to be a Jew for Jesus, Mo, but I'm not a Jew against Jesus.
I don't know if that's weirder than Blacks for the Klan, but, you know.
Black Klansman was a hell of a movie by Spike Lee.
Yes, it was.
Thank you very much, Ascending Show, for setting us up for success today. My favorite lead-in I've ever had, and that includes my mentor, Jim Phillips, in Orlando. So John knows what that means, and I hope you do too. Please join us. There are many ways by which you may interact with our radio program here. One of them is to make it a video program here by going to our YouTube channel. It's 1025 The Bone. A lot of really, really nice people there, so say hey to them, will you? Shout out to Mary O'Brien. I've never seen you in there. Mark Hamilton and Corey Puckett, the regulars. Bevy Birchwood. Alex in Tampa. Big Doug Millionaire. Many, many more. You can find us on the Bone app, which is going to be very advantageous to you around 5 o'clock when we play the Bone bonus keyword that could get you $1,000 for doing nothing more than entering a word into our mobile device. You can check us out on Facebook Live if you'd like. I don't know how many people do that, but when the YouTube is down, they go over to Facebook. And if you'd like to join us in conversation, by all means, we extend to you a sterling silver invitation. It's 800-771-1025. Once again, 800-771-1025. So we'll get to the biggest issue of the day at 5 o'clock when a lot of people are in their cars and probably want to listen to it, interact, and whatnot. I thought John, on a personal level, John Senning, my protege, if you will, on a personal level and a professional level, knocked it out of the park. John is a guy who, famously, we called him Red John when he was on the show, but he's always had a huge heart. You know, the people who just think that he blindly follows the conservative party line are wrong. They don't know the real John Senning, and I'm incredibly proud of the way not only he expressed his opinions on this tragic issue, but just the way he feels about it. You know, we were texting over the weekend after it happened, and I'm not here to out his business or anything, but the phrase, "I'm a flaming lib."
He's not a flaming lib.
Killed me. Let's just take it back to Friday night real quick. The Tampa Bay Lightning, who will come along tonight at 6:30, won a shootout in one of the most exciting ways I've ever seen the opposing team and the fans booing Nikita Kucherov. And it was such an unbelievable moment because Kucherov's, I don't think he's accustomed to being booed. He's not really a villain per se. He's just one of the best players in hockey, and he plays for us. Therefore, opposing teams don't like him, and opposing crowds don't either. And when they started booing him during the shootout, the camera was on Cooch, and he just kind of started nodding a little bit, and this like evil smile from ear to ear came over his face, and I was like, he's going to hit this friggin' goal. He is not only going to win this round of the shootout, we are going to win because of what they're doing. And as the boos rang down, even the ESPN commentators, because we were on national TV, they were like, he is embracing this moment. And then when he hit the goal, silenced the place, and he just skates up the ice with his finger to his lips. He became Nikita Shusharov instead of Nikita Kucherov. It was an incredible moment, and
boss move.
Oh, what a beautifully boss move. And new account for LS Dreams 1010, so he's not on Block Boy Island no more. I welcome you, sir. Anybody, just because you're on Block Boy Island in the YouTube chat doesn't mean you can't earn your way back off of that place. We'll throw you a rescue boat. You may come up with some cockamamie conspiracies from time to time, but you're never a mean dude, so welcome back. Great to have you. So now let's get into it. Sarah got a massage over the weekend. The only place open.
Ooh, we're going there? Oh, you mean the place where she got the massage?
Yes. Okay, I didn't mean the only place on her body that was open. The only massage parlor that was open was an Asian place. Now, you and
what
I.
What are the odds of that?
You and I, right, exactly. If a massage place is open at 4 o'clock, not saying it was 4 o'clock, but if massage place is open after 9 p.m., chances are pretty good that you're going to be offered something more than just a little rub down.
Uh-huh.
And so she said that when she went in and it was an Asian place, she was a bit, cautious. And then she gets done, and she she swore the lady said to her, "Would you like hot arouse?" Now, there may have been a language barrier there. Typically, the type of women who work in an Asian massage parlor don't have a strong command of the English language. I think that's okay to say without being culturally insensitive. So she may have said, "Would you like a hot rocks?" But what Sarah heard was, "Would you like a hot arouse?" And she said, "No, thank you." And it made her feel a bit uneasy. And I had to wonder, do any people go to Asian massage places not ignorant of the fact, but maybe blind to the fact, naive to the fact that what they want to do is get money by taking care of you? Because every single one of them, and there are tons. I know Hillsborough County tried to crack down a while back on the illicit Jack Shacks. As soon as you close one down, they will open up again. All of them will open up again. It just happens. So, word of the wise, if you go into those places, they are going to try to get you to give them money to finish you off. And that can be male or female. I'm not sure that the lady said hot arouse. Might have been hot rocks. But I just thought that was a very funny thing because she believes in the best in people and told her she should have done it. The Kanye thing's very interesting. Kanye West is a very interesting case study in fame making your mental health issues a lot worse. I don't know a single famous person who struggles with mental illness who had fame help their mental illness. It only seems to harm and do bad things to the individual. And Kanye, I think, is a perfect example. There's just about nobody alive who didn't hear Gold Digger or heard Gold Digger and Through the Wire and Flashing Lights and Jesus Walks and didn't think, damn, this is a talented dude.
He's got skills.
Mad skills when it comes to beat making, when it comes to hustling, when it comes to everything from graduation, college dropout, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. The man made some amazing music.
808 and Heartbreaks.
Oh, my God. So good. And then he kind of went crazy. I don't say that to demean him or to diminish the impact of mental illness. He's now saying that it's because of the accident that he got into, the car accident that broke his jaw. You know, his jaw was wired shut, I think, for that first album. He's saying that did damage to his frontal lobe. And because of that, he delved into anti-Semitism and said things that he didn't believe and whatnot. So he took out an ad in the Wall Street Journal today apologizing for his reckless anti-Semitic contents. The article is called "To Those I've Hurt. I'm not a Nazi or an anti-Semite. I love Jewish people." Now, in recent years, of course, he said on X that he was a Nazi, praised Adolf Hitler.
Did he have a line of Hitler clothing?
He did, with swastikas that he was selling. He had a song called Hail Hitler.
Woo, it's hard to walk all this back, Drew, in one apology.
Very hard for one full-page Wall Street Journal act. But I truly believe everyone is worthy of forgiveness. No matter what you might have been going through at the time that inspired such hate, such ignorance, I think we are all, every single one of us, not only capable, but worthy of forgiveness. And in this case, I think it is the job of every Jewish American, every American who had a boner for Kanye in a bad way, to then forgive him. When we screw up and we say, I'm sorry, it is up to someone and everyone to hear you. You can forgive and not forget. You know, you can tell someone, hey, I forgive you, but I still don't FUX with you, which is fine. For me, This is all I needed to see from Kanye, that there is contrition there. Not that he needs it from me, but I would encourage everyone in the Jewish community or the Jewish Community Center, where I used to play basketball when I was 7 years old, to then hear his words and go, all right, you screwed up. You said hateful things. You're in a bad place. Now walk it like you talk it, and don't say any more anti-Semitic things.
Before forgiveness, shouldn't we wait for the release of the next album to make sure he's still got it?
I think he's setting us up for the okie doke.
Yeah, we don't want to be if he ain't got it no more, we don't need him.
Well, so you're saying wait until he releases quality products.
Yes, I'm saying you're a bit premature here.
I thought you were implying that he was going to set us up for the okie doke, where the next time was like, ha, I got you, Jews.
Oh, no.
I didn't mean a word of it.
I'm just saying, you went out on top. We're not bringing back a bum.
So you can show us that you're sorry by giving us more Gold Digger.
Give us the hits. Give me something that slaps.
I respect that. Our number is 800-771-1025. That is 800-771-1025. And, I'll just say this. To echo what John Senning said about the tragedy in Minneapolis, it doesn't cost anything to be compassionate. And if you have allowed your political alliances or perceived political alliances to pun intended, trump your feelings on the First Amendment and the Second Amendment, there is something wrong with you, and you are not a good American. An American has the right to bring a weapon legally to a protest. We're in crazy times right now. Every time you leave your house, in my opinion, I'm not going to judge you if you're armed.
No.
There is crime everywhere. There are people looking to shoot mass amounts of people everywhere.
I just assume everybody is carrying, and if you're not carrying, I assume you're an idiot.
Correct. That's just where we are in society right now. So this dude, a nurse, Alex Pretty, shows up because ICE is in Minnesota. They're trying to find. They're doing the job that they were tasked to do, to find violent offenders and round them up and get them out of the country if they are illegally here. Fine. I don't like the way it looks or feels to have armed federal agents asking for documentation in the streets, but I get it. Illegal immigration's a huge problem. Just because I don't like it doesn't mean that it's wrong. It doesn't feel good, but it also didn't feel good for the last 10 years or so to see how easy it is for cartel members to gain access to our country illegally. So immigration, we all can agree, is a problem that needs to be fixed. And this administration decided that the way to fix that is to send ICE to cities and round up illegals. Like it, hate it, whatever. That's the way it is. Cool. I understand why that bothers some people and that they would want to peacefully assemble and ideally let their voices be heard without interfering in government operations. We on the same page so far? Everybody cool? Cool. In this case, this gentleman bent down to help a lady who was violently shoved to the ground by a federal agent, whether ICE, Border Patrol, what have you. Okay? So he got pepper sprayed in the process. Okay? Now, should and could he have said, I have a weapon? I would have, probably. The minute things go south, the minute I see a federal agent or a bunch of them and I'm carrying, I'm gonna say, hey, just so you guys know, my hands are in the air. I have a weapon. I want to survive this encounter. My goal is survival. Yours should be too. We all want life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, but that all starts with that first part, life. We should all do what we can to stay alive. Does that mean eat nothing but leafy greens and blah, blah, blah? No, but it means minimizing damage and harm to your body. So could he have done himself a huge service by saying, hey, got a gun? Yes. Should it have been a death sentence that he didn't? Good God, no.
Did he have time? Because
I
I saw pepper spray and then I saw him being piled on.
Yeah.
And I mean, the initial effect of pepper spray is not one that's going to allow you to then form really clear sentences. So I don't know that there was time there. Aside from the fact that with people piling on to you, you've got the mental acuity to even say, this is what I need to say.
Right. And no matter what, the part you need to focus on, the part that every American should focus on, is that this man, no matter how you feel about him, oh, pussy-ass liberal, oh, fascist, oh, Antifa, whatever, this man was lying on his belly. They disarmed him. They took his weapon, and an agent was walking away with it. And at that point in time, he was shot over 10 times, or at least 10 times, and killed on American streets. There's nothing you should say or could say that is going to make a difference other than that. This young man did not deserve to die. And if you allow your politics, well, you should have been carrying a gun or do it. You people who wrap yourself up in the Second Amendment, who celebrate Kyle Rittenhouse, not saying Kyle Rittenhouse did anything wrong, but he brought a weapon to a riot and shot and killed someone, and he'll never have to work a day for the rest of his life. He's made a career out of it. That was okay, but this isn't, even though this man wasn't brandishing his weapon and walked. I don't get it. 800-771-1025. Hello there, Drew Garabo Live. Who are you?
Hey, Drew, this is TV.
Hey, Eric, what's going on, man?
I love voicing my opinion to you.
Yeah, I like when you do that.
No, this whole thing, listen, I'm 100% fine with a guy bringing a weapon to a protest. The problem I have with any of these protesters going against ICE is you're literally going to battle against federal officers, and you're not changing anything. Nobody's not getting arrested because you're there. Nobody's going to change anything they're doing because you're there yelling at cops. And then you've basically gave your life in vain. Nothing's going to change.
That's very subjective, Eric, because I think things are already starting to change with what's going on there as far as leadership goes. And what you have to understand is sometimes change is a very slow process, but if nobody starts it, nobody starts it. And I also think that a lot of these people out there videotaping these people are not videotaping them to interfere, but to make sure that things that we are seeing where rights are being violated. Obviously, we saw two rights right there violated where they're pulling people out of cars where there's no due process. They're documenting the fact they don't I have no problem with ICE doing their job. And I am one that says, get the illegal criminals out, get them all out. But I also am one to say, hey, don't step on the rights of Americans while you do it. And don't operate
100%.
with impunity.
100%. My point being, though, I am somebody that has attended multiple rallies, multiple protests, if you will. If I see the cops pushing someone, grabbing someone, cuffing someone, I'm not asking them why they're doing it.
And that's great for
you.
you.
My distance. I'll
Eric,
videotape. I might yell at them and say, "Hey, you guys are jerks." But
sure, and that's you.
You gotta know.
But we all do things in different ways. And look, while I may never stand up against ICE and protest their presence and whatnot, this guy chose to do that. Does it, quote unquote, work? Does it make a difference? A hell of a lot of people are talking about it today, and it's quite possible Trump is going to pull ICE out of Minnesota now. So maybe he's a pariah, maybe he's a martyr, whatever. But just because you don't get down with that way and I don't get down with that way doesn't mean that he should have been shot and killed for doing it.
And we did also, to his point, he didn't turn around and ask ICE why they did. He just went immediately to help the woman up and was blindsided by agents tackling him, which I don't think is part of their training and or job.
Correct. Not part of the 6 weeks of training that they received at the Holiday Inn Express. 800-771.
They're giving them 6 now?
1025. Hello there, Drew Garabo Live. How may I help you?
Hey, guys. Man, I'm going to tell you, I'm from Minnesota originally.
You got to just get to a better phone, my man. Nothing personal. I have no idea what opinion you're about to espouse, but
I got to be honest. I'm anti-Minnesota now.
I am protesting your phone, and I will not rest until you get a better one. I recommend Verizon.
Was he calling from Minnesota?
It sounded terrible, but thank you, sir. Please try again. Hello there, Drew Garabo Live. How can we help you today?
Drew, Mo, how are you guys doing?
Hi, sir. How are you?
Great show as always.
Thanks.
So my name's Kevin. I work in law enforcement.
Thank you.
I lean a little to the right, not extreme. Cool. I lean a little to the right.
Awesome.
I'm having some issues with this one.
Yeah.
I really am.
Tell me. Talk to me about it.
Looking at there's tons of videos out there, and I've been looking hard to find something that just makes sense.
Sure.
As to how deadly force was justified on this, and it's tough. It is, and I think the biggest problem that you have here is like you guys just stated. You got a bunch of law enforcement officers that receive minimal training. There are some that they've picked off from from local county, city law enforcement, but you have a lot of inexperienced law enforcement officers out there and they're just getting berated at these spit on, shouted at, and they're on edge. They're very much on edge.
Sucks.
This is kind of what we're running into. These guys don't have any life experiences in some situations and aren't used to this kind of stuff, and not that it's their fault. It kind of is, obviously, but when you throw all that to a place like Minnesota or Minneapolis, and this is kind of the recipe for disaster. It is. It doesn't look good, and it doesn't look good for ones that are experienced that kind of know how to handle this stuff. But not that I haven't seen everything. I haven't seen all the videos. I just don't know how they're going to justify it.
Me either.
Not saying they can't or don't. But
I appreciate it. If you look at what happened with the young lady who was blocking the road in her vehicle, as much as we might think that that's a murder, as much as we might think that was unjustified, there's at least wiggle room that the agent who was in front of the vehicle felt like she was driving at him, and that's why he shot and killed her. I believe that. I don't think that man intended to murder that young lady. I want to believe in my heart that as he stood in front of her vehicle and she would advance towards him, that he truly felt that his life was in danger, which is why he shot and killed her. Now, why did he shoot 2 more times from behind? I don't know.
That's questionable.
I wasn't there. But there's at least a little wiggle room there. In this case, this man was on his stomach. His gun was taken from him, and he was executed in the street. Those agents played judge, jury, and executioner as he lay there unarmed, and they pumped bullets into his back and killed him. If you can look at this and go, well, he deserves it because he shouldn't have been there, there's really something wrong with you. You have allowed your bullcrap political allegiances to diminish your humanity, your compassion, and your open-mindedness. You can no longer look. That's what blows me away. And I made a post about it on the Drew Garabo Live page. If you want to go look at it, a lot of words there. And a beautiful photo of an American flag on the Brooklyn Bridge, but a lot of words. I'm just so astonished and a bit dejected that we can all look at the same video and we don't see the same thing because of our perception, because of our political leanings. There are those on this side that are going to think the cops are at fault no matter what, and there are those on this side who are going to think that the victim deserved to die no matter what. I would hope that all of us as compassionate Americans could look at that video of this unarmed man being shot over 10 times in the street and go, that ain't right. But instead, we're making memes about how funny it is because his last name was good, or her last name was good and his last name was pretty. Ha ha ha, because he's dead. I get it. Hello, Drew Garabo Live. How can I help you?
Hey, man, what's up?
Hi, dude. How are you?
I'm all right. Hey, if Trump would take his ICE puppets out of there, then there would be no more protesting. So if they just left, then why would there would be no protesting. So
I don't know why we don't elect that guy president. He's got a lot of.
He's got all the answers there, Drew.
Yeah. Again, I'm not saying you're necessarily wrong. There are a lot of things that set this into motion on all sides. The bottom line is an unarmed American was murdered in the street, and that's wrong. I certainly could hope we could start from there. We can have nuanced discussions about protesting and personal safety and gun safety and whatnot, but I would hope we could start with the baseline of an American citizen was disarmed and then shot and killed, and that is tragic. But we can't for some reason. It's so weird.
Should also be against the law.
I would hope so. Hello, who are you?
Hey, Drew, it's Flats Junkie.
Hi, what's up, Flats Junkie?
So let's go. We've been interacting for about 10, 15 years now.
Yeah.
I've never called in on political stuff. We've been friends on Facebook. I don't post politics. I don't discuss it.
Oh, that's true.
I'm from a southern town. I'm right-leaning. I drive a pickup truck, and it's just maddening right now to see what's going on. It's frustrating seeing a bunch of friends and stuff just try to defend this, but yet they got the "We the People" sticker in the back of their trucks.
Right. Don't tread on me, but let's let the government impede the First and Second Amendment in one case, right?
You want my gun, you're going to have to pry it from a cold, dead hands.
Right.
And the biggest counter we're hearing is, well, he shouldn't have been there. Says who? He should have stayed home. Were you saying that 6 years ago during COVID? Which I agreed. I'm not staying home, but you're going to say that now? You're not upset that a federal government worker disarmed a guy and then shot him in the street? They're saying they're going to take our guns. That's the biggest thing. That's the most take our guns I've seen ever since they've been screaming this from the rooftops.
Yep.
And I mean, I'm afraid I'm going to lose friends over this because, like I said, I don't discuss because I don't. You taught me a long time ago. Look up both sides. Look at the people berating Monica over everything she says in the station, but I stop and think now. I'm like, do I agree with her? Hell no, most of the times. Do I respect her? I love her. It's just, man, take the politics out of it and look at the human being and look at what they're doing. They're taking your rights away. If you're not infuriated about that, I don't know what to say about you.
You're lost. And thank you, Tony. I love you, buddy. You are absolutely lost as a human being if you allow this to, if you look at this and see anything other than a tragedy unfolded, if you can excuse what happened, if you're okay with what happened, if you cheer what happened, you're a lost soul. There is something wrong with you on the inside if you can't at least acknowledge that this man was exercising both his First and Second Amendment rights and was shot to death while unarmed. Someone screwed up.
And I think it was Gio that said this, and I'm going to paraphrase him, but he was absolutely right. You can have an opinion. You can have an ideology. You can have a belief. But that doesn't mean that you can't have a moment of honesty and clarity and say, well, that was kind of wrong.
Yeah.
I love everything guys are doing. We're getting blah, 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 blah. But they shot an unarmed man in the back 9, 10 times. That's messed up.
Let's apply it to Charlie Kirk. You could hate everything that came out of that man's mouth. Right. You could hate what he stood for. You could hate the fact that he spoke on college campuses and argued with kids, even though he gave them an open microphone. You could hate all of that. And still, it is your obligation as a person with a soul and conscience to go, it is a tragedy that he was shot and killed because of his beliefs.
That's not how you resolve things.
Right. And those who reacted poorly to that are partially to blame for the way that certain people are reacting to this because they see you celebrating an assassination and they go, well, they're going to celebrate that. I'm going to celebrate this lib getting shot. We're all people, aren't we? No matter what you believe and what I believe, you don't deserve to die for what you say. And if you do die because of what you say or what you believe in, that's tragic. Yet we've lost our way. Hang on if you're on the line, 800-771-1025. I was really, really trying to find meaningless stuff to argue about today, and I found some. Full phones, by the way, so if you just hang during the break, we'll continue to take your calls. It's the biggest story of the day, and in my opinion, to ignore something like this is derelict of duty when it comes to professionalism on the radio. We owe it to you to talk about these issues and to let you talk about these issues. And if you don't like that, you can take a go take a flying F at a rolling donut, as far as I'm concerned. But we'll also cover the creepiest rock and roll dad in history. This dude is a legend of music. And he bought his teenage daughter lingerie, and she's posting photos wearing it. There's nobody that can be cool with that. When you find out who it is, you're going to be like, no way.
You're listening to Drew Garabo live on 102.5 The Bone. The Bone Bonus is back, and right when you need it. The Bone is giving you $1,000 5 times a day, every weekday. Listen to The Bone for your chance to win $1,000 at 8 a.m., 10 a.m., noon, 2, and 5 p.m. every weekday. Need some extra scratch to finally start your side business? Lingerie for pets? We can help. It's the Bone Bonus, hooking you up with cash every single weekday. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
The Bone Bonus is back. 102.5 The Bone. Real, raw radio. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
Crash at Pinellas 580 or Main Street eastbound at Belcher. All 4 directions delayed, with northbound Belcher the largest right now. In Hillsborough, earlier wreck Sinclair Hills Road eastbound at Livingston. North of the Notasassa, northbound Morris Bridge Road has a crash. Also delayed veering eastbound toward the Wilderness Park. Adamo Drive crash eastbound at Orient Road. That crash on Kingsway Road will continue to delay you northbound and southbound between Dr. King and Wheeler. This is Eric with traffic.
Furman Chevrolet in Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 Chevy dealer. What makes us #1 at Furman Chevy Brandon? We say yes. Yes to having Tampa Bay's largest new Chevy inventory. Yes to paying top dollar for your trade. Yes to transparent pricing with no dealer-installed options or inflated market adjustments you're forced to buy. Come see why we are #1. Visit us on Adamo Drive in Brandon or online at FurmanChevy.com. Furman Chevy Brandon. Together, let's drive.
Kick off the new year by impressing her with a timeless diamond from Gold and Diamond Source. You ready to pop the question? Are you sure? Find the perfect engagement ring at Gold and Diamond Source. Make her January birthday or your 2nd and 6th wedding anniversaries unforgettable with up to 15% off garnet. And discover Emily by Emily Johnson Weintraub. It's a sleek and modern jewelry line that make everyday gift extraordinary. Turn old, unused gold into cash or a stunning new piece. With gold prices soaring, there is no better time to trade up. The Gold and Diamond Source will take great care of you. Steve and Julie Weintraub have curated an environment in which their family treats you just like family. They're always open online at goldanddiamond.com or stop by their huge showroom, 3800 Ulmerton Road in beautiful Clearwater, Florida. Again, always open at goldanddiamond.com.
Hi, I'm Ray from Sun Toyota of Newport Richey. Start your new year with a new truck.
Or shop everything under the sun.
Everything, including new Camrys, Corollas, RAV4s, and more. Drive a new Tacoma for $289 per month with 4-year maintenance included.
Because when you make it Sun Toyota of Newport Richey,
we make it happen.
Sun Toyota of Newport Richey.
Call 800-632-8895 for more details.
Any good weekend plans?
Oh, I'm going on a weekend cruise on MSC Cruises. We're going to White Sand Beach and Beanbag Chair.
Are you using nouns as verbs?
You can do that on MSC Cruises. Where was I? The food. We'll rigatoni, French fry, we might even gelato. How about you?
Yeah, I was going to lawnmower.
3 or 4-night cruises from $199 plus kids sail free. To book, visit msccruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
This is Mav, spokespeople for Veteran Air, the home services company proud to serve you. Other than Freebird, I'm the most electrifying bird you'll hear on the radio. No, you know what? Including Freebird, because no one does electric like Veteran Air. Our electricians are experts at installations and repairs, big and small. And for a limited time, we're providing free home electrical safety inspections. Shocked? Well, don't be. Visit veteranair.com to learn more.
Veteran Air. The Great Resignation is upon us, and for good reason. People hate their jobs. Quitting your job is easy. It's finding one you won't also hate that's hard. At National Aviation Academy, you can learn to work on and maintain aircraft in as little as 14 months. Call 800-659-2080 or visit wingmenwanted.com. Quit hating. Start training. Visit wingmenwanted.com. For more information about our statistics, visit naa.edu/consumer-information.
just when you thought the savings had ended. Crown Kia is back with extended year-end savings. All the best deals have been extended into January for one last chance to save. We have select new Kia models. 0% APR for 5 years. 0 down payment or 0 payments until spring. We don't want to see you in another dealer's Kia. Crown Kia, the better way to buy and service. Call 800-371-0942 for complete details.
I'm Dan Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Last year, millions of people called us for representation. Why? Because trust grows when you win, and we've won a lot. Over $30 billion and counting. When you call America's largest injury law firm, you're calling a family. You're calling an army. Our army. You're calling somebody who will fight for you. Injured? Let our family fight for your family. Morgan & Morgan. ForThePeople.com.
Injured? Dial Pound Law.
Offices Tampa, St. Petersburg.
Mike Calta here for Shark Coast Tactical. Mark your calendar now for Sunday, March 15th for Sharkapalooza's Second Amendment Festival and Range Day. Think Lollapalooza from the 90s, but with cans and giggle sticks. It's a try before you buy. Test fire guns and suppressors from your favorite firearm brands in the industry. Genesis Arms, Sons of Liberty, Staccato, Sig Sauer, Exigent Defense, Dead Air Silencers, and more. Tickets available now at SharkCoastTactical.com. Purchase your tickets and join us at Guncraft Range in Ruskin for our full-scale Range Day.
A happy place comes in many colors. Whatever your color, bring happiness home with CertaPro Painters. Get started today at CertaPro.com. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
For nearly 2,000 severely injured veterans, everyday life has become filled with barriers. So we build specially adapted homes at Homes for Our Troops. And thanks to our donors and supporters, this life-changing gift of freedom is provided mortgage-free to these veterans. But we need you to join us, too, in completing this important mission. Please visit hfotusa.org and help build homes and rebuild lives.
Here's a tale of Linda trying to lose weight, but the med prices she found were all over the place.
Hidden fees and markups made her jaw drop low. Then she found Good RX. Now she's in the know.
GLP-1 subscriptions FDA approved.
With clear upfront pricing.
And same-day pickup.
That's Good RX, the no-nonsense way. Save time and money on prescriptions.
Get to goodrx.com/weight loss. GoodRx is not insurance.
Ahoy, Tampa! Party like a pirate at 102.5 The Bones Kegs and Eggs pregame at McDitton. January 31st, starting at 9 a.m. Free breakfast, beads, live DJ, and your first Michelob Ultras on the house. No cover until 11 a.m. 21 and up. It's Gatsby 2026. Be there or walk the plank.
If you've been injured, we're prepared and ready to help. Call Farah anytime.
Tampa. You could win a new Corvette Z06 at the Strawberry Festival from Stingray Chevrolet. The best Corvette we've ever raffled. Tickets still just $5. Every dollar benefits unity in the community right here at home. Enter online at stingraychevroletraffle.com.
Now, a weather update from the Sun Toyota Weather Center.
Sun, Toyota.com.
I'm Fox 13 Chief Meteorologist Paul Delgado. Clearing skies, breezy and chilly tonight, a low about 38. A freeze is likely across our northern counties. Then coming up on Tuesday, lots of sunshine, crisp and cool, the high of 58.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Now, back to Drew Garabo Live.
Strangers, from strangers into brothers, from brothers into strangers once again. We saw the whole world.
At first, I thought this story was a fake story designed to keep us from talking about issues like the Minnesota shooting, and I welcomed it. I was like, great. Because we can't be overwhelmed by angst and tragedy all the time. We need a little lighthearted fare. But no, it's real. Alabama Barker, the unfortunate offspring of Playboy's Shauna Mokler and Blink-182's Travis Barker, received lingerie from the Agent Provocateur company. Well, Alabama is 20, so she's not a teenager. And in a 9-minute TikTok video, I didn't even know you could do that, she showed off 2 pink boxes, not the one you wanted to see, from luxury lingerie retailer Agent Provocateur, which is French for agent provocateur, and said, okay, so my dad went a little crazy at Agent Provocateur. She then showcased 4 corsets as well as some bras and underpanties. Kourtney Kardashian picked out most of it, and then the girl knows me there, so she gave recommendations of what I like. She added of her stepmother. She then, after receiving criticism, went on an impassioned rant about the attention the surprising present drew. Hold on, she said. I have to go on an effing rant. Why the F are you guys trying to make this lingerie thing a thing? She then posted pictures in the lingerie that her daddy bought for her. Cheek meat, TTs, everything exposed with those disgusting inflated lips that you women can't seem to understand looks horrifying. Horrifying. Stop it with your lips. You look like an alien, okay? Cut it out. There ain't a single man or married man alive who looks at those plumped up lips and goes, damn, that's sexy. You look like a carnival freak show. Sorry, I digress.
Preach, brother, preach.
Good Lord.
She's 20 and has already had cosmetic surgery?
She's 20 and she looks like a freak. I'm sorry. No good dad buys his 20-year-old daughter lingerie. None. That checks boxes that you should not want checked. Is it the Kardashian influence? I don't know. That's freaking gross. You're 13 minutes, by the way, away from the Bone bonus keyword that could get you $1,000. Hello there. Thank you very much for holding. I appreciate it. My name is Drew, and that's Maurice. Who are you?
I'm Bobby.
Hey, Bobby. What's up, man?
So I want to just kind of come at this whole Minnesota thing from a different perspective.
Okay.
But most of you won't really look at it this way.
All right.
Most citizens have not been involved in a use of force on the level of a law enforcement officer.
Sure.
Let alone an organized use of force or multiple staff member involved use of force.
Right.
So what if things take into consideration, we don't know things that were said in the scuffle. We don't know what, Mr. Pretty said. We don't know a whole bunch of information because we don't have access to video footage of
sure,
that.
You're right. But we do know that they disarmed him, and as they were walking away with his firearm, they decided to unload their weapons into him and kill him.
Now,
we know that, right?
Yeah. I do have access to a point to make on that, though.
Okay, go ahead.
So you've got 3 or 4 other agents involved in this that don't know possibly that weapon was taken from it.
Let me just interrupt you real quick. Don't you think that's protocol that when they're disarming him, they say, I am taking his weapon? I've never been an agent. I don't know, but I would think that would be part of training. Like
it's possible.
Okay.
Highly likely the officer said, gun, gun, gun. And what happens is you got exactly what they did. They backed away to create distance from the threat. And then
how is he just so we're on the same page? How is he a threat when he's lying on his stomach with no gun? How is that a threat?
Yeah, I'm curious. How was that a threat?
You don't know because
they know because it's in the video.
They know. You can see it in the video.
You don't know that if you don't know.
Okay, thank you.
Idiot. Just let me say that. You moron. He got shot once. He's laying motionless. Then they start backing up and shooting him. If you don't know that, don't be an effing cop, idiot.
What Maurice is trying to say is you can have issues with the nuances that brought him there. You can even have issues with the nuances that brought him into the altercation with the police officer. We all saw the same video, sir. We saw an unarmed American exercising his first and second rights, laying on his stomach and shot to death by federal agents. If you can look at that and try to make excuses You're a bootlicker, sir. I hate to say this. You don't care as much about the Constitution as you do owning the libs. Congratulations. You own the libs, and you allowed your First and Second Amendment rights to be trampled upon. That's not winning. That's not winning for anybody.
And it's gun this, gun that, gun this, gun that. Wasn't it the Republicans that said, and I'm not affiliated with either party, wasn't it the Republicans that said guns aren't the issue?
People are.
But you seem to be pointing to the gun like it was a friggin' issue.
It was a cool-ass gun.
It was. Holstered, by the way.
Yep.
Untouched by his hand.
Yep, but damn, a cool-ass gun.
Mm-hmm.
Drew Garabo Live, hello. I mean, if the NRA is defending a lib,
I know something's wrong
in a shooting where the federal agency, you kind of know where this one is, you know.
When the NRA comes and goes, oh hey Patel, you wide-eyed, bug-eyed freak.
Let's back off the language, and that's part of the issue is that immediately upon this happening, immediately there was language of, well, he came there to shoot police officers. You don't know that. What happened to wait until the investigation? Hello, who are you? Cool, thank you. Oh, yeah, sorry. You gotta be. Hello.
Yeah, I was calling about the shooting.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I heard you mention that he was practicing his First and Second Amendment.
Yes.
I just part of the First Amendment. I don't know that. That it's first of all, I didn't know he was. They had taken the gun away from him, and then he was shot. That's bad.
Oh,
but the part of the
bad, Drew. That's bad that they shot an unarmed man.
So just we're on the same page, as opposed to good. That's bad that they shot an unarmed man. We're both. I just want to make sure that I'm vibing with what you're saying. That's bad to you that they shot an unarmed man on his stomach.
Yeah, thank you for the sarcasm. And Mo, if you can, you'd hold off for a second before I get the tirade you just gave that other guy. So the other thing is, as far as the First Amendment, I don't see that going after a cop after whatever he's doing with that woman is part of the First Amendment, practicing your First Amendment right.
So he was there. He was there to protest, right? Or he was there to at least let his voice be heard against ICE, and at that point was not necessarily interfering in an operation. A woman was pushed down. He went to help her up.
Turned with his back to the officers, never approached them, never engaged them to help the woman up.
So then
when he was pounced upon.
They turn on him. So they turn on him and pepper spray him, and then they get him in custody to face down and shoot and kill him. What are we missing, sir?
Yeah, in any situation where, I mean, let's just say there wasn't these.
Let's not say anything. It's astonishing the lengths that you soulless ghouls will go to defend an unarmed American or a disarmed American being shot and killed in a street. It's astonishing. You don't tread on me, pricks. You Second Amendment wackos.
You First Amendment wackos, well, you can say whatever you want to say. Well, what did he say before the video that would have probably justified him being shot while he was unarmed 10 times?
If you were okay with Kyle Rittenhouse, and I'm not saying you shouldn't have been, but if you were okay with him strolling around in a riot with a weapon in his hand in a combustible situation, you should also be okay with this guy with a weapon tucked in the back of the small of his back in an ICE operation. You know, Kyle Rittenhouse wasn't shot and killed. This guy shouldn't have been shot and killed. Hello, Drew Garabo Live. Who are you?
Hi, my name is Christopher.
Hi, Christopher.
How's it going?
Good. What's up, buddy?
Good. I'd like to chime in on the conversation.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So I'd like to say, first off, I don't think he should have been killed, or nobody should have died in the situation.
Very cool.
Secondly, I wouldn't like to talk about him being there or not having to be there or whatever that may be. Just about appearances.
Sure.
And so I've seen a bunch of the different, angles of the video. Mm-hmm. And when the lady initially got pushed, he was near the officer and did put a hand on the officer to try and help the lady or maybe stop him from engaging her. And that's when the officer turned around and sprayed him with the pepper spray.
Gotcha.
Okay. So then the other part was where an unarmed man was shot by police officers or law enforcement. Okay. So in the videos that I've seen, he is scuffling, and they say that he's got a gun, and the officer pulls the weapon from him and runs away. Mm-hmm. Doesn't mention that he has disarmed the ready. And so then he I guess at that point, Freddie realizes he's been disarmed. And in the video that I saw, he reaches behind him and he pulls out the second magazine that he had.
I didn't see that same video, sir. I'm sorry. I'm not saying you're lying. I did not see it. I did not see that same video.
So in that motion, he reached behind himself to maybe check to see if the weapon was there.
Okay.
You know, because it was on his six, what they call behind your back.
Mm-hmm.
And so in that motion, when the cop disarmed him and took the weapon, he reached behind him and pulled out what looked like in a magazine. In a video, I hope you get to see the video, but he pulls out what is a magazine, which is a black long object. Now, the officers don't know what that is and probably then started to fire. The other thing that I heard, and it's speculation, is that
all of this calls been speculation.
Like
don't
you
point
saying
it out
a video
there.
you saw
don't
is
know what
also
he was
speculation.
reaching for. You have no idea what he was reaching for. You
Correct.
have so it's just speculative.
All you're doing is speculating.
Right. And I don't know that you're scuffling with somebody if you're leaning down to help a lady up and then they jump on you. That's not a scuffle. That's you being attacked.
I don't believe you should put your hands on a law enforcement officer at any time.
I agree.
And the other part.
So if you can agree that you shouldn't put your hands on a law enforcement officer, can you agree that a law enforcement officer should not shoot an unarmed man?
Correct. And the rule number one of being a legal gun owner and carrier is to avoid confrontation at all costs.
Sure. So because he didn't do that, he deserved to die in the street unarmed.
No, sir. I don't.
Okay, good. So
Then why cite the rule? Why cite the rule?
There are many contributing factors here, sir, but you just have to acknowledge that it is a tragedy that an unarmed American was shot and killed in the street. That's all right.
That's
all. That shouldn't hurt to say.
And confrontation is subjective in there, too.
Sure.
Who came up to who? Did they come up to him initially?
Well, I saw a video. Look, with AI, I'm sure there are a million fake videos out there. Many people fell for the fake Trump Truth Social where, you don't bring a gun to a protest. Trump never said that. Who tweeted that originally? Probably someone who wanted to sow the seeds of division. And guess what? They did it quite successfully.
I better take that down off on Facebook.
Hello, Drew Garabo Live. Who are you?
I didn't know he did say that. I kid, people. I kid, I tease.
Bill.
Hey, Bill. What's up?
Not much. I was just going to bring up just a thought to put in here and all the things that everybody says and bringing up their points and that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
I think that the situation and that we're so divided, it's almost like when there's a divorce and it's really a heated custody dispute and you watch your friends or your family spend money, just good money after bad to just hurt the other person.
Right.
And to justify how they're right. And I think that's what we get into. I think that the people that, the people that were saying, the woman getting shot on January 6th and all this sort of stuff that, you play stupid games with stupid rules.
Yeah.
Same thing here. It's the same. It's just the other side that's arguing it. And I think that there's absolutely nobody that's going to listen to this and hear anybody's point and go, man, that's a good idea. And the saddest part about that is I believe I have that ability. I hate to think I'm smarter than the majority of other people. That really worries me. And those other people just can't hear anything. And it's just a pretty scary thing, man.
Yeah, it is. Thank you. There are definitely some great words in what you said. If we can all look at the same video and see different things, that means we're blinded by our biases. And if you can look at this and somehow say he deserved it because he was there, he should have just stayed at home. I mean, yeah, I guess if you're not into activism and standing up for rights, I'm never going to be out there. But I have great respect for people who, on all sides, look, on January 6th, to protest what they perceive to be election fraud, a bunch of people stormed or assembled at the Capitol, many of them armed. Do I agree with their cause? No. Do I absolutely support their First Amendment right to be there? Sure. Go there if that's what you want to do with your time. Get caught up in the moment. Cost Ashley Babbitt her life. She served our country. That's a tragedy. Should she have been there? Not for me to say. She was there because she believed in a cause. She's now dead because of that. Alex Pretty believed in his anti-ICE agenda to the point where he stood up for it. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is my duck telling you that it's time to win $1,000, the most important part of today.
Here we go, Bone fam. The Bone Bonus. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
This hour's Bone Bonus keyword is
lazy. Head to the 1025 The Bone app now and enter lazy before 30 minutes past the top of the hour, and the $1,000 Bone Bonus is yours. Fat and lazy is no way to go through your life. Lazy Sunday. Wake up in the late afternoon, call Parnell just to see how he's doing. Lazy Sunday. Lazy Susan. Lazy. Your word that could gain you $1,000 if you get a phone call that you don't recognize. Pick up that phone because it might be our prize pick penguins looking to give you a ton of money. So pick it up and answer it. Lazy.
You're listening to Drew Garabo live on 102.5 The Bone. It's Lightning Hockey on 102.5 The Bone. Tonight, your Tampa Bay Lightning are at home at the Benchmark International Arena to take on the Utah Mammoth. The game starts at 7 p.m. Don't miss a single game. Listen to every Lightning game all season right here on the official station of the Tampa Bay Lightning. 102.5 The Bone. Real, raw hockey. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
Crash with lane closure in Pinellas, 126th Avenue North, eastbound at 49th Street North. All four directions delayed. Crash at the intersection of 17th Avenue North and 34th Street North. That's definitely delaying you as well. In Hillsborough, Morris Bridge Road crash, northbound and southbound affected at Fowler Avenue. Also Morris Bridge crash as you head toward Wilderness Park. Kingsway crash northbound, north of Wheeler Road is still a problem. This is Eric with traffic.
A man hit on his way to work filed a $10,000 claim. Denied. After 5 surgeries, Farah and Farah fought for him and won a $2.2 million verdict. Let him cook, Tampa.
Accidents don't just happen between the hours of 9 to 5. That's why we make ourselves available to talk with you 24/7. For a Farah fight, day or night, you know who to call. Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Guys, Valentine's Day is right around the corner. And if you're at a loss for what to get your lady, I have the perfect gift for you. Forget the flowers that die in 3 days. I'm talking about girth, length, or both. It's the gift that keeps on giving for both of you, and it's all happening at Best Man Medical. Men might not always talk about this, but women do. And ladies, don't be afraid to bring this up to your man. Breast enhancements have been mainstream for 30 years. This is no different. It's a permanent boost for him that's actually more affordable than most surgeries. And it's your little secret until you get into the bedroom. Best Man Medical is Tampa's only permanent girth clinic and the #1 lengthening clinic in the U.S. You guys know how obsessed I am with my husband, and I want you to have that same wow factor in your relationship. Stop by bestmanmedical.com to check out the before and after gallery and schedule your free consultation. Don't forget to mention Big Bone to get 10% off. That's bestmanmedical.com, and make sure you tell them Carmen from the Mike Helta Show sent you.
A family office is a team built to handle the 3 biggest financial responsibilities a family faces: wealth management, tax strategy, and estate planning. Most firms only manage your investments and refer the rest out, hoping everyone stays aligned. At Trajan, we built something different. Your wealth, tax planning, and estate planning are handled together inside one firm under one roof. There's no guessing whether your CPA, advisor, and estate attorney are truly in sync, because our team works together every day on your behalf. When your financial life becomes more complex, your advice should become more coordinated, not more fragmented. One plan, one trusted team. Call Trajan today at 813-212-0500. That's 813-212-0500.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
Are you living with dry AMD? If so, you could be on the road to geographic atrophy, or GA, a condition that leads to retinal cell death and permanent vision loss. But with iSurvey, you can
slow it down.
get it going slower.
Izervay slows GA progression by targeting a key source of retinal cell death, which may help preserve your vision longer. Izervay, or Avastin Capted Pagel, is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
You could win a new Corvette at the Florida Strawberry Festival from Stingray Chevrolet Plant City and Stingray Chevrolet Bartow, the 17th annual new vehicle raffle. This year, you could win a brand new 2026 Corvette Z06. Tickets still just $5. Every dollar benefits unity in the community. Enter at StingrayChevroletRaffle.com. Together, let's drive.
No purchase necessary. Must be 18 or older. $5 per entry. Void where prohibited. Winner selected March 8th, 2026 at 5 p.m. EDT. All proceeds benefit Unity in the Community, Inc. See official rules for details.
At CertaPro Painters, we know that a happy place comes in many colors, like ones that inspire a sense of wonder, or a new flavor that makes life just a little bit sweeter, or one to celebrate those moments that lift you to new heights. We can reawaken any space to make your happy place your home. CertaPro Painters. That's painting happy. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
Whether it's the roar of the crowd or the laughter of family, don't miss a moment. With 26 locations across Tampa Bay, Audibel Hearing is here to help you hear better, live better. And as a proud sponsor of the Tampa Bay Lightning, we know every sound matters. Audibel Hearing. Hear better, live better.
When you're hiring, have you ever felt like you're missing out on meeting truly great candidates for your roles? It seems impossible to find them, but they have to be out there somewhere, right? Well, they're not hard to find when you know where to go, and that place is ZipRecruiter. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter helps 10 million people with their job search every day. And because these people are actively looking for jobs just like yours, it's easy to find the right person right away. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. But if you're not using ZipRecruiter, you're missing out. So see what it's like when the impossible is easy. When you go to ZipRecruiter.com/radio right now to try ZipRecruiter for free. Once again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio. Never miss out on great candidates with ZipRecruiter.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install a Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/radio to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/radio for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/radio for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/radio. See representative for warranty details.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Brian's headed to the basketball court, but he's sick of this check engine light. So he goes to AutoZone for the free Fix Finder service,
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today?
where a friendly AutoZoner reads the light in just a few minutes and gives him a detailed report.
No big, just a loose gas cap.
And gets him to the court with a tight gas cap and tighter defense. The free Fix Finder service at AutoZone. No hassles, just help.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
Restrictions apply.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. You know, the big wireless companies say they have discounts for people over 55, but unless you're willing to sit on hold and ask, you're probably paying more than you should. At Consumer Cellular, there's nothing to hunt down. We're built for people 50 plus with plans starting at just $20. And our 100% US-based customer service actually answers the phone. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today and get your second month free for a limited time.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
If you're the victim of a car crash, take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
1025 The Bone. Real Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio. Unique opinions, compelling conversation, and the best in afternoon entertainment. Now, the conversation continues on Drew Garabo Live.
You know, one thing we don't talk enough about is the psychological trauma of our kids being exposed to shootings on a weekly basis, shooting deaths on a weekly basis. It's natural to have a morbid curiosity about those things. That's why Faces of Death was so huge when we were growing up, even though you discovered a couple of years ago that it was almost all fake. But when you're in your teenage years, you're just fascinated by the fact that people die because you feel like you're not going to die. When you're a teenager, death is like mythology. Nothing's going to kill me. I'm indestructible. So you develop this fascination with actual people dying. You had to seek it out when we were growing up. Now, these kids with every one of them having a mobile device, I guarantee you, there is going to be a residual effect of your kids and their friends every couple of days looking at a video, in this case, of an unarmed American being murdered in the street. A couple of weeks ago, lady in a car shot to death by an agent. Charlie Kirk assassinated, caught on film. This is going, if you think our kids are screwed now, imagine what their kids are going to be like. Imagine these kids growing up so desensitized to this, what should be traumatic, which probably to them is not. 800-771-1025. We will break from this topic at 5:30 and give you some good quality Muppet-related entertainment.
What? Muppets?
Yep. Oh, yeah. And we're going to help you win some prizes based on the reboot of The Muppet Show, which I have to be honest with you, I am super excited about. It seems like they've finally captured that flavor that made The Muppet Show my favorite show as a kid. And I have to say, from the brief moment I saw with Sabrina Carpenter and Miss Piggy, I have very high hopes. They didn't even F up the Kermit voice too badly. Still don't sound like Kermit. 800-771-1025 is our number. Maurice and I have been discussing what everybody in America is discussing, the murder of an unarmed citizen who was exercising his First and Second Amendment rights at the same time. Hello, who are you? Hello? Sorry, it's confusing sometimes. I know you call and then you hear a boop and then you're on the radio talking to us. I wish we had a phone screener sometimes. Other times I'm glad we don't.
Dude.
Oh, it's okay. What's up, man? Who are you?
I accidentally hit the mute button.
Okay.
My name's Mike.
Hi, Mike. What's up?
Hey, nobody's asking a really important question about the situation in Minnesota.
Oh, what's that?
How many innocent people have to die to keep the Epstein files out of the headlines?
You know, you're not the first I've seen make a comment like that they're somehow related. I'm not here to say that they're not, but it sure, if it is a distractionary tactic, it certainly is working because those Epstein files, they'll never get released in our lifetime.
I got to be honest, I completely forgot about those bitches.
Yeah, somebody made a comment on the Drew Garabo Live post, and I was like, oh, yeah.
Epstein who?
Oh, yeah, the Epstein. I mean, look, we're no longer demanding answers there. Hello, Drew Garabo Live.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello?
Hi.
Hey, sorry, I just got super nervous.
That's okay. Don't be nervous. Just me and you talking. Maurice might jump on you, but I won't.
About the protester that got shot, have you guys seen Room 40?
Is there room for D's nuts all over your face, you idiot?
Damn
People have died, people, and you're trying to hit these nuts jokes.
I got to say, I welcome it. Not just because I was on to his premise, but I welcome the distraction.
I wasn't on to it. I think it's kind of cool.
It took me a second.
Room 40. That's funny.
Took me a moment. I had to think for a half a second and go, room 40. What if I say room 40? Room for these
He'd have
nuts.
got you. That would have been.
Yep. It would have. It would have. But sorry, kid.
Yeah, sorry, kid.
Drew Garabo Live. Hello, who are you?
Hey, good afternoon.
Hi, what's your name?
My name is Tony.
Hi, how are you?
Hey, I'm all right. How about yourself?
Really
It's my
good.
first time ever on the radio show.
Hey, hell yeah, Tony. Good to hear from you, bro. What can we do for you?
Hey, man, I just want to ask you a question. Do you guys support ICE or at all by any chance?
Well, that's a nuanced question. I will certainly acknowledge that we have an immigration problem in this country. There are a lot of undocumented immigrants, many of them illegal. So I think something has to be done about that. I don't know that the current strategy of sending masked armed agents into cities to extract these aliens, if you will, is the right way to go. But I acknowledge that certainly something seems to be done. Or it needs to be done, and I don't know what the answer would be. So I can't castigate the current administration for sending ICE into cities where they're not getting cooperation from the municipal officials.
And I support any law enforcement agent or agency doing their job properly and with properly trained individuals.
There you go. So go on, Tony.
Yeah, because honestly, I'm a big-time Trump supporter.
Mm-hmm.
Mainly for the fact that I feel like he's protecting our country.
Cool.
I'm not up for everything that he's doing at the moment. Like, not everything that he's doing, making fun of the people that are dying and stuff like that. But, at the end of the day, you got to pick, the lesser of both evils. Like, right now, it would have been. What if it would have been Obama or Biden? Going through this, I don't think we would be talking about this today.
No, we absolutely. You see, that's where you're wrong, my friend. Yeah. I'm going to just chalk this up to youthful ignorance. You sound like a young enough cat. How old might you be?
I'm 42, brother.
Okay, so then I can't chalk it up to youthful ignorance, just ignorance. This has nothing to do with political lines, my man. You should be able to look at an unarmed citizen being killed, executed, murdered by federal agents after they took away his gun. You should be able to look at that and start with, that is an unspeakable tragedy and should never happen. You agree with that, right?
Yeah, I totally agree with that. But don't you think he was also antagonizing law enforcement?
No, he absolutely was antagonizing law enforcement, I think. I mean, I believe that he inserted himself into that situation, no question, but that doesn't mean that he should have received a death sentence for it, Tony.
No, absolutely not. I don't agree with that at all, man.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. That's totally wrong. Yeah. But you have to have.
But when you add, I'm still here. But when you add a but to it, it kind of diminishes the fact that we're all on the same page in that this was a tragedy. Now, would I have chosen the same route to protest ICE that he did? No, I would not have done that. I don't really like leaving my house if I don't have to, unless I'm playing golf. But I don't think that should be a death sentence. I greatly respect those who exercise their First Amendment right to peacefully assemble, religion, press, speech. I support those who carry their weapons and take advantage or exercise their Second Amendment rights. We all do it in different ways. This guy placed himself in harm's way, to be certain, tussled with an agent while trying to help a friend to her feet. Would I have done that? No. Should he have done that? Probably not. But none of those things should make it okay that these agents took away his gun and then shot him at least 10 times and left him to die in the street.
Yeah, I'm just looking for somebody to say, ICE effed up here. They effed up. Without a doubt, they effed up. There is nothing that could have happened off that video within reason from what we know that would justify shooting an unarmed person in the back. And I don't care if it's Democrat or Republican. I don't care who's in the office and who's not in the office. It's categorically, absolutely, unilaterally wrong and messed up.
Yeah, it is messed up, man. It's nasty. It's gross, man. That's not a good look for us.
No.
Because they're killing. That's basically murdering innocent people.
There you go.
There you go. It's equivalent.
Hell yeah, man. Never let your political alliances stand in the way of your humanity, man. You sound like a good dude, and I appreciate the call. But those people who are like, well, it's a tragedy, but
that butt gets you all the time.
That big fat butt gets you. And all you need to say is, this is a tragedy.
Yeah.
That's it. Doesn't have anything to do with politics. It's got to do with you being a person. You don't have to agree with this cause. You don't have to agree with the way he went about it. But as he lie there on his stomach, they took his gun and were walking away with it when something happened to get them to shoot him 10 times and kill him. That's wrong no matter who you are, if you have a soul. That's how you can tell your friends who don't have souls. If they're okay with the shooting, they're soulless. Hello, Drew Garabo Live.
Hey, Drew, this is Dustin. How you doing today?
Hey, Dustin, doing real well, man. Thanks for joining us. What can I do for you?
I want to go back to your statement that you said about, kids today with all these electronic devices, all these videos, and they're going to be desensitized. Well, I just got a question. We had a history in this country where the Wild Wild West, people were being shot up, in live presence.
Yeah.
We had the Civil War where we actually had people lining up to watch the battles and all the gore that went on there, and then you had public executions. I think as a nation, we got through that. I think today's kids will get through it, some way or another. Now, do I agree with some of the stuff out there? No, I don't. But,
that's a weird take.
Well, what did I miss? So we had people were getting shot in the Wild Wild West, and we got through it. So
yeah, we'll get through it, sir. Humanity, we're undefeated so far. We're gonna get through it. But to say that there's no residual effect is a bit derelict. It's just like these violent video games that kids play, the first-person shooter. Are they solely responsible for all the violent acts these young kids are committing? No. Are they a contributing factor? You bet your goddamn ass they are. Of course they are. These kids who play video games for 10, 12 hours a day when it's nothing but shoot, kill. Yeah, that's going to have a residual effect. Do I think they should be banned? Hell no. Do I think they're solely to blame? Hell no. But are you crazy if you think they don't somehow contribute to all these young white boys shooting up schools? Of course they do. Hello, Drew Garabo Live. How can I help you?
Yeah, Drew, this is Brainwash Bob, formerly known as Tinfoil Tuscan. How are you
today? Man, it's so good to hear your voice, Tuscan. How you doing, pal?
I'm doing well. As I watch the news and I see what's happening, I'm reminiscent of people that shouldn't be in places that they shouldn't be in. And, as I see what happened here, I think to myself, if this man wants to execute his First Amendment rights and his Second Amendment rights, maybe he shouldn't wear a short skirt and go into a prison filled with men. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think that was the real Bob
Of
Tuscan.
course not.
It was a good try.
Yeah.
Maybe it wasn't a good try. I was just trying to think of something that I should say. That sucked.
It was a wasted opportunity.
Hello, Drew Garabo Live. Who are you?
Hey, how's it going? This is Storm from Babson Park. How are you?
What up, man? From where?
Babson Park.
Babson Park. Where might that be? I'm sorry.
Just south of Lake Wales.
All right. Thank you.
Yeah. So I didn't catch the first half of the show, but I don't know if anybody's made this point. I keep hearing people say that the protester was antagonizing law enforcement. He had his cell phone on, and one real easy solution that the administration could take right now is these ICE officers should have body cams. We shouldn't be relying on our citizens to document what's happening with the law enforcement. They dumped all this money into ICE with the big, beautiful bill. Why not just give them all body cams so that way we get better information rather than relying on the citizens?
Yeah, body cams, better training, all those things. I am with you.
They had body cams. I think I'm almost positive that the Biden era requirement that law enforcement agents wear body cams was reversed by Trump. But he's still the most transparent president in history.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, just wanted to share that with you guys.
Thank you,
Appreciate
buddy.
what you guys are doing.
Appreciate that.
I don't like the sarcasm in his okay. I'm giving you facts, man. Transparency.
Tom Homan pushes Border Patrol out of Minneapolis in sweeping shakeup as Trump's, quote, little Napoleon, Greg Bovino, faces humiliating exit. Look.
So I guess, Drew, what you're saying is that protesting can actually affect change.
That
Because I heard a lot of people saying, what do you expect by standing out there recording ICE? Interesting.
So if there is a bright side to what happened, this awful tragedy, if there is a bright side, it has caused a backlash against what is happening in Minnesota right now. And Donald Trump spoke with the governor of Minnesota, Tim Walz.
Tim Trader Waltz.
Yep, Tim Somalia Fraud Walz.
Yeah, Somalia Waltz, that's what they call him.
So they, at least, if anything, are looking at this situation and going, this shouldn't happen. This shouldn't have happened. We want to make this not happen again. 800-771-1025. The Department of Homeland Security has denied claims that federal agents counted bullet holes in Alex Preddy's body after he was killed in Minneapolis. Well, that's good. I would hate to think that they were just sitting there counting his bullet holes instead of rendering aid. That's not the American I want to believe.
Rendering aid. Come on, there wasn't no aid. Man was shot 10 times. Point blank range.
People survived. No, they haven't. Drew Garabo Live. Hello, who are you? Hello? Sounds like some windshield wipers. The weather is getting rough out there. Hello, Drew Garabo Live.
Hey, how you doing, Drew?
Really good. What's your name?
O'Neill.
Hi, O'Neill.
So, forgive me for bringing in another host this morning, what I heard on the radio this morning, but I'm glad that you brought up this conversation again. And I had 2 points to make. You know, many folks have been talking about he should not have carried his weapon to a protest.
Yeah.
Right?
A lot of those people, by the way, are the same people who say you should carry your gun everywhere, which I find really hypocritical and ugly and gross.
Correct. So what this man was supposed to do is, because he's going to a protest, he was supposed to leave his weapon at home, but you get your weapon for safety.
Right.
So considering going to this protest, he stopped to get gas and he's mugged, he's robbed.
Yep.
He has his weapon to defend himself on the way to the protest, right? So this nonsense of he should not have his weapon at a protest, his weapon is there for safety at any time. And it does not take the day off because it's a protest.
Let me just address that real quick. The people who want to say that he shouldn't have had his weapon are trying to justify their own feelings that they are glad that a liberal got shot and killed. That is all. They know full well that they believe Americans should be able to carry everywhere. They just in their hearts and their dark, empty, soulless hearts want to convince themselves that it's okay that a liberal got killed believing in a cause that they don't believe in, so they use the gun as the excuse. It's transparent, unfortunate, and laughable.
Correct. Absolutely correct. Last point, Drew, and I'll let you go.
Yeah.
The other thing that I've noticed was folks also saying, and again, from listening to the radio this morning, folks also stated the fact that this gentleman, he should have complied and he should have, listened to the officer. These officers were aggressive. They're trained. They're trained. And I don't get me wrong. You're not supposed to go out there and verbally assault police officers at all. I'm not stating that.
Right.
But these officers are trained to put up with a lot of things verbally.
Yep.
So with this gentleman going over to help someone, these officers approach him verbally. The shooting the week before, this young lady smiled at an officer and he got upset. And now there's the result. She's also dead.
Yeah.
So these folks are trained to handle these non-contact stuff, like verbal stuff.
Correct.
It's like your mama jokes, right? Sticks and stones.
They do still piss some people off. but no.
Words can't hurt me, but these are pissing them off.
Yeah, you're right.
Thank you for your time, Drew.
Oh, thank you, bro. Really appreciate the call, man. I didn't hear anything that was said this morning, so whatever was said, you own your reaction to it. That's totally great. I just think that we should all be able to look at this and go, no matter what led to this, an unarmed man lying on his stomach who was exercising a First Amendment right and Second Amendment right shouldn't have been murdered. Seems pretty simple to me.
That's 3 rights. 1 + 2.
Yeah.
3 rights right there.
Hello, who are you?
Yes.
You should only exercise one amendment right at the time.
Yeah, never take more than one right to a protest.
He was murdered, man.
What happened?
He was murdered.
Yeah, we just said that.
Yes, exactly right. And the guy was murdered. He was unarmed, on his back, whatever,
Well,
on his stomach, whatever.
Well, there's a difference.
Law
between
enforcement was wrong.
stomach
He
and the
should be
back.
charged.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
Let's move on, Drew.
Jeez, yelling at me for
the man's giving you facts.
I'd hate to see what happened if I disagreed with you. We're on the same side and you're yelling at me.
The man said that's enough. Move on.
Sorry, dude.
Why are you taking another call?
I don't know. I shouldn't be. Hello, who are you? See,
they knew.
Guy's like, well, I guess that guy said move on. It's over. Hello, Drew Garabo Live.
He was murdered.
Yeah, we just said that.
Yeah,
exactly
I like that. I like that we get to hear it again. Hello. You have your radio on, but you should be listening to the phone.
It's LH, baby.
Get the hell out of here, loser. Hell, I should have figured. Well, as soon as I heard some idiot was listening to the 30-second delay on the radio and not us.
What made him think he was everything was all good?
Yeah.
Now?
Oh, this is my time to shine, baby. Unarmed American laying down on his stomach in the street, shot and killed. LH is back, baby. You just put up the bad signal. Hello, who are you? He's like, man, I heard a couple of idiots on the radio today. I might not be the dumbest person. Guess what, LH? You'd still be the dumbest person. Hello, Drew Garabo Live. How may I help you?
Hey, Drew, it's Victor. How are you, man?
Hey, what's up, Victor? Doing well, man. Thank you.
Hey, man, just listening to what you guys are saying, it's just, for me, it's crazy to think the people that, for me, I don't care who you voted for, right? I mean, we're talking about this happening in Minneapolis. I don't care who you vote for, but telling me that what everybody saw in that video, that gentleman was helping the lady, and the way they shot him, he was already on the floor. There's like 10 people on top of him. Like, there's no excuse. And you made a good point about we are okay to carry arms and we can carry guns and everything. But then the guy has a fire gun, and now everybody's going crazy because, oh, you're not supposed to carry a firearm in a situation like that.
Right.
But think about this. Imagine if it was the other way around. Imagine if it was the other way around. Instead of a liberal or Democrat, if it was the other way around, what would have happened? Oh, yeah, this happens because, it's always an excuse, and it's crazy.
And by the way, there would be leftists, extreme leftists on the side, trying to act like the death wasn't that big a deal. It's what I'm trying to say is ignorance is not indigenous to one side of the political spectrum. It's all over the place. The extremists on both sides are responsible for the divide in America right now. In addition to the algorithms that you're getting fed on social media that know that you're prone to arguing, these things are destroying the very fabric of us. That's why I try to find common truths. An unarmed man shouldn't be shot to death by federal agents in the middle of a street. Now, then you can talk about, well, should he have been protesting? Should he have had a gun? Did I fault Kyle Rittenhouse for bringing a gun to a riot? No. Personal safety. That's why you have a gun. Do I fault this man, the late Alex Pretty, for having a gun that he brought to a situation in Minneapolis? No, I don't fault him. I don't fault anybody bringing a gun anywhere for any reason. Even if the business says no guns, we're in a crazy effing world, and I'm not going to judge you if you bring a gun with you because we need guns. I hate to steal the line from the NRA, but sometimes the only thing that's going to stop a bad guy with a gun is a good guy with a gun.
I got guns, and I'm buying another gun.
Hell yeah. I bought a gun just now.
Did you?
Freedom. Hello, Drew Garabo Live. Hello?
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 Hey, yeah.
You all right?
I forgot I'm a little nervous.
Oh.
But everything's a leftist. Now, there's 2 million people protested in Minnesota the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Were they all on the left? There's nobody on the right complaining about this. Everybody on the right's like,
he deserved to get shot in the middle of the street in the head.
What?
Everybody can keep saying they're leftists. I'm a Democrat, but you don't think there's any Republicans out there protesting military force in a city, Minnesota?
Oh.
They're not protesting deportation. They're protesting military occupation of a city.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I get that. Yeah, I would hope that everyone would protest military occupation of a city. All sides. No one should be cool with that. When you look around at what's going on in this country, no one should be all right with armed guards and masks marching through cities asking, papers, please.
Listen, if it happened in Florida, Tampa, I'd be in full support of the people out there protesting.
Me too, and I would get them lunch catered from right here in my comfortable studio. I would make sure those people are well fed as I sit here on my comfortable ass and talk about them because it's cold out there.
Some of us have to do the reporting, Drew. We can't all be out there on the front lines.
Damn right. We support you from afar. Hello, Drew Garabo Live. Who are you? Brave soldiers.
It's on your arms tonight, Mike.
Hey, Mikey.
Talking about why is Mo wearing a shirt with sleeves?
It's cold out, Mike. It's cold.
Get off my feed.
It's cold.
Yeah, it's cold, man. Actually, it's not really cold outside yet. It's more cold in this studio. Colder, if you will.
Love you, Mo.
Love you too.
Love you, Mike.
Can a brother not wear sleeves one day?
I mean, come on, it's cold outside. All right, let's reload. If you'd like to win Reggae Rise Up tickets.
Yeah, I'm on.
If you'd like to win, what else we got? I know Mike O gave us some really great stuff. I was very...
Kings of Leon?
Monster Jam and Kings of Leon. Well, next, we're going to have a little game for you. 800-771-1025. All you got to know is the Muppets.
You're listening to Drew Garabo live on 102.5 The Bone. Tell us what you think. Head to the 102.5 The Bone app now and leave us an open mic. The Open Mic on the free 102.5 The Bone app is sponsored by 1-800-ASK-GARY. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
56th Street northbound at Hillsborough Avenue, a crash. Morris Bridge Road northbound and southbound at Fowler, still dealing with that wreck. Looks like St. Clair Hills Road eastbound in Livingston still has that wreck to deal with. Adamo Drive eastbound crash toward Falkenberg. Wreck in Pinellas, Frontage Road northbound US 19 toward Countryside Boulevard. 34th Street north crash at 17th Avenue and 22nd Avenue crash westbound west of 29th Street north. This is Eric with traffic.
Furman Chevrolet in Brandon is Tampa Bay's #1 Chevy dealer. What makes us #1 at Furman Chevy Brandon? We say yes. Yes to having Tampa Bay's largest new Chevy inventory. Yes to paying top dollar for your trade. Yes to transparent pricing with no dealer-installed options or inflated market adjustments you're forced to buy. Come see why we are #1. Visit us on Adamo Drive in Brandon or online at FurmanChevy.com. Furman Chevy Brandon. Together, let's drive.
Everybody's trying to cut their expenses right now. WeatherTight Mike knows that times are tough and every dollar counts. So WeatherTight Windows is offering $100 off every window and $200 off every door through the end of February. Just give them a call today for a complimentary quote. Check them out at WeatherTightWindows.com.
WeatherTightWindows.com. WeatherTight Windows.
MSC Cruises feel so stylish and European. Let's espresso and gelato.
Espresso and gelato? Those aren't verbs.
Yeah, on MSC Cruises they are.
Oh, well, in that case, I'm into the American stuff. Let's coffee and soft serve.
Sounds like a plan. Maybe later we can chaise lounge and espadrille?
I think you mean pool chair and flip-flop.
Cruise from $199 plus get up to $500 onboard credit and kids sail free. To book, visit MSCCruises.com or contact your travel advisor. Restrictions apply. Ships registered in Panama and Malta.
Brandon Honda is having its biggest used car event of the entire year. Hi, I'm Sam Ravi. Right now at Brandon Honda, get certified pre-owned vehicles from $6,900, backed up with a real nationwide lifetime warranty. Get CRVs from $15,000, HRVs $14,000, Accords $12,000, and get certified Civics from an incredible $9,000. We're approving all credit applications, plus make no payments for 90 days. Get all the facts at BrandonHonda.com.
Call 813-527-9308 for more information.
Do you want free internet forever? Yeah, we thought so. That's why Spectrum is giving you just that. Free fiber-powered internet forever when you switch and get 4 mobile lines from Spectrum. No internet bills, no taxes, no late fees. Just fast fiber-powered internet. Call 833-901-0178 to find out how. But hurry, This deal won't last forever. Once more, 833-901-0178 or visit spectrum.com/freeforever to learn more.
Hi, I'm Ray from Sun Toyota of Newport Richey. Start your new year with a new truck.
Or shop everything under the sun.
Everything. Including new Camrys, Corollas, RAV4s, and more. Drive a new Tacoma for $289 per month, with 4-year maintenance included.
Because when you make it Sun Toyota of Newport Richey,
we make it happen.
Sun Toyota of Newport Richey.
Call 800-632-8895 for more details.
Hey, Mom. It's me. Oh, my gosh. You'll never believe what I just opened for Valentine's Day. A sapphire ring from Helzberg. Just like the one I lost years ago. Remember how excited I was when you gave it to me? I cannot believe you remembered that story. I guess you were right. I really found the one.
This Valentine's Day, create a moment that means something with up to 40% off gifts at Helzberg. Shop in store or at helzberg.com.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Injured? Visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Is your garage door too loud and whining for help? If you've waited to schedule your garage door tune-up, now is the time. Overhead Door Company of Tampa Bay will perform their 26-task garage door tune-up and safety inspection for just $79. That's one price for up to 3 garage doors and openers. The price is only available for a limited time. You need this done, so why not now? And for just $79. Call 813-885-DOOR or schedule online at overheaddooroftampa.com.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from IQ Bar. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at eatiqbar.com/policy/terms of service.
Hi, I'm Will, and I created IQ Bar to empower doers like you with clean, delicious, ultra-low sugar brain and body fuel. Our IQ Bar plant protein bars help you refuel smarter. Our IQ Mix Zero Sugar Hydration Mixes help you hydrate harder. And our IQ Joe Instant Mushroom Coffees help you caffeinate larger. All 3 product lines boost physical performance, but they also boost mental performance via nutrients like magnesium and lion's mane. Right now, you can try our epic IQ Bar Ultimate Sampler Pack with 9 protein bars, 8 hydration mixes, and 4 coffee sticks. Win your day with clean ingredients, amazing taste, and superior brain and body nutrition. Try IQ Bar today.
Get 20% off all IQ Bar products plus free shipping when you text IQ Bar to 64,000. Text IQ Bar to 64,000 to get this exclusive radio offer. That's IQ Bar to 64,000.
Bolts fans, score a one-of-a-kind Lightning football jersey with the purchase of a ticket pack to the Lightning game on Thursday, January 29th versus the Jets. It's the perfect attire for the Navy Federal Credit Union Stadium Series game. Go to TampaBayLightning.com/ticket packs to get yours today.
Involved in a car accident? We understand the pressure you're under. Call Farah and Farah, Tampa.
Now, a weather update from the Sun Toyota Weather Center.
SunToyota.com.
I'm Fox 13 Chief Meteorologist Paul Delgado. Clearing skies, breezy and chilly tonight, a low about 38. A freeze is likely across our northern counties. Then coming up on Tuesday, lots of sunshine, crisp and cool, the high of 58.
Now, back to Real Raw Radio. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
Now, back to Drew Garabo Live.
It's time to get things started.
Sensational, inspirational, celebrational, motivational. This is why.
If that song didn't give you a little nostalgia boner, well, then that means you're either female or you didn't grow up in the late 70s to early 80s, where the Muppet Show aired on television and gave us all a most needed distraction from the day's events. I will tell you, we need the Muppet Show now more than ever before. And it's coming back. Sabrina Carpenter in the new promo with Miss Piggy. Looks great. Looks really funny. Looks like they recaptured that flavor of the Muppet Show back in the day. Thank God. Because I love the Muppets. I mean, there's just something about Kermit and gang. The sarcasm, the irony, the different characters. That show has always vibed with me. Here's the promo that is currently airing, the official trailer, and of course it'll air on Disney Plus because Disney's got the Muppets now. Kermit's walking by, looking at all of the old photographs of guests who have been on the show, from Steve Martin. He puts his Kermit coffee mug down on his desk. They almost got the Kermit voice right. Almost.
Rolf, have you been playing this whole time?
Well, what'd you think it was? Some kind of sentimental montage in your head? We're doing the show again, Frog.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, my God. It's you. You're my idol.
You're sweet. Go on.
I grew up watching you. My parents grew up watching you. Their parents grew up watching you.
We are so excited to be back where it all started and then ended and then is maybe starting again depending on how tonight goes.
I've been burned before.
It's the Muppet Show and it starts right now.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Good to see all of them again. I would list them by name, but that's part of the game here. You see, I have listed my top 10 favorite Muppets. You will guess which Muppet is speaking. If you stumble once on your way to number 1 from 10, you may use Maurice once and only once per call as a lifeline. Get it? Got it? Good. Here is the number 10 Muppet ranked by me.
I feel it is my duty to say a few words about the glories of industry and technology.
800-771-1025. Good evening, or afternoon, rather. Drew Garabo here. Who are you?
Thomas.
How are we doing today, Thomas?
Doing all right. Wish it wasn't Muppet trivia, but trying to get these regular Rise Up tickets.
Well, I'd say definitely the way to get them is to crap on the game that I was going to give you an opportunity to win those tickets with. I'd say, I don't know if you ever took Dale Carnegie's course on how to win friends and influence people, chump change, but if you did, you must have slept through that because, quite frankly, that's no way to get tickets. And what would you, just so we're on the same page here, champ, how would you have liked to have won these tickets? In your ideal universe, you know, would it have been heated rivalry clips? I'm not judging. You know, your life is your life. Love is love. Like, what way would you have preferred me to help you win these Reggae Rise Up tickets?
I'm not offended by the game, Drew. It's just I don't know much about the Muppets, but you said Reggae Rise Up, and I hit that 1-800-771-1025.
I respect that. Tell me who the 10 Muppet was.
Let's go with Gonzo.
Oh, sorry. 800-771-1025. And I only take it personally because I spend about an hour every day combing the internet for clips, assembling the clips on my computer. Okay, it's closer to 45 minutes. All right, 30. All right, 20 solid minutes at my desk. 20 solid minutes of uninterrupted, okay, sometimes interrupted, just me intently focused on my computer and pulling these clips, sir. So that is why I had an adverse reaction to your dislike for my game. Hello, Drew Garabo Live. Who are you?
Hi, I'm Cheryl.
Hi, Cheryl. How are we doing today?
I'm great. How about you?
Awesome. Thank you so much for asking. Are you a Muppet head?
I really do love the Muppets. It was like my favorite first movie ever.
Oh, which one? The first one, the Muppet movie?
The very first one, yes.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
And I had the album.
Oh, me too. Moving right along, just like two birds of a feather. Dr. Teeth and the Electric Mayhem. Can you picture that? My favorite line of that first Muppet movie was when, if you'll remember, Steve Martin had a cameo as the waiter when Miss Piggy and Kermit were having a romantic evening out. They ordered a bottle of wine, and Steve Martin unscrewed the bottle of wine and said, "Would you like to smell the cap?" That killed me. Even as a kid, I knew it was supposed to be a cork, and that absolutely killed me. Then you'll have no problem whatsoever, my dear Cheryl, in telling me that number 10 Muppet that I just played.
That's Eagle Sam.
Oh, except that Sam the Eagle, Eagle Sam, sure.
Sam Eagle.
Yep, here we go.
Okay.
The number 9 Muppet as ranked by Drew R. Garabo.
And now,
Now, students of the occult, I shall demonstrate my amazing powers of hypnosis. I shall place a member of the audience in a trance.
I think it's Gonzo.
Not only Gonzo, but the great Gonzo. Absolutely correct at number 9. Let's move on to number 8, my 8th ranked Muppet on the Muppet Show. Not no Sesame Street Muppets, not no damn Fraggle Rock Muppets. I'm talking Muppet Show Muppets.
You may not know this, but I'm really a very sentimental dog. I cry easily. Onions, for instance, always make me cry.
Name Ralph?
His name is Ralph. R-O-W-L-F. Ralph. Yes.
Ralph,
Well
yeah.
done, Rolf. All right. Your number 7 Muppet of all time.
Well, they say all good things come to an end.
What's that got to do with this show?
I need
I don't know. I don't know his name.
I need both characters' names, please.
I know it's the guys, the two guys up in the thing, but I don't know their names. I forget.
2 guys in the thing. Would you like to use your lifeline as Maurice?
2 guys up in the booth. Yes, ask no.
Maurice.
Let me hear him
He
again.
knows. Maybe I can think of it.
All right, here they are.
Well, they say all good things come to an end.
What's that got to do with this show?
Those were my number 1 favorite, and I'm Stadler.
I know I can't know.
Stadler and Chomsky. I know it's Stadler.
It was Noam Chomsky.
Stadler's one of them.
Very, very odd that Noam Chomsky, noted wacko author, would be up in the balcony of the Muppet Show.
What's the initial? Give me,
I get the hell out. F-U is the initial.
I got Stadler, right?
Yeah, you did.
Okay, Stadler and the other guy.
Yeah, what was the other guy? I'm going to need a guess, Cheryl.
Cheryl, guess. Take a guess. Take a guess.
It's not Noam Chomsky.
Oh, what is their names? I don't remember. I'm sorry.
Oh, it's okay, honey. Thanks for the call.
Damn.
800-771-1025. Stadler and Chomsky.
I cannot.
Hello, who are you?
Their name was One Nut.
Yeah, that's still funny. Hello, Drew Garabo Live.
Hi, Drew.
Hi, who are you?
Abby.
Hi, Abby. How are we doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Quite well. Thank you very much, Abigail. Are you here to play the Muppet game?
I am here to play the Muppet game. I was watching on YouTube, so I'm a little bit behind. I wasn't sure if they got the last 2 characters.
They certainly did not, and I just waved to you in case you're still watching on the YouTube. I'll do that when someone says they're watching me because I forget that we're being watched, and then I remember.
Well, they say all good things come to an end.
What's that got to do with this show?
So, if I remember correctly, it's the 2 old men, and it should be like Waldorf and Slater. Slater or something like that?
Is that your final guess, Slater and Waldorf?
Yes.
Oh, wait, she can use me as a
Sorry, she didn't. She took a guess. They can only use you if they don't take a guess. I'm sorry, Abby. I was rooting for you. I was rooting for you in that bone chat room.
Well, now I know it.
By process of elimination, I would hope so. Hello, Drew Garabo Live. How can I help you?
How you doing, man? We still talking about the officer shooting the guy on bar?
All right. What you got 15 seconds. What do you got to say about it?
What I have to say is that officer is making it bad for other officers because he murdered the guy.
There you go. Thank you. I agree. Appreciate the call. That's a real quick in and out. Hello, Drew Garabo Live. Who are you?
This is Brian.
Hey, Brian. How you doing, buddy?
Good. How are you?
Oh, really good. Thank you. Do you know the current Muppet on the table, or Muppets?
I don't know. Can you play it again?
Sure thing. Seem to be stuck on this one.
Well, they say all good things come to an end.
What's that got to do with this show?
That is Statler and Waldorf.
We have a winner. Statler and Waldorf is 100% correct. Not Slater and Chomsky or whatever.
Chomsky.
Here is your number 6 Muppet of all time, probably the easiest one.
That is a Swedish chef.
That is indeed the Swedish chef at number 6. Number 5.
Angry? No, I am not angry. Your star is not angry. She is merely disappointed.
I mean, you got to know that one, right?
Yeah, that's Miss Piggy.
That is indeed Miss Piggy. Let's move on then to the number 4 Muppet of all time.
I'm really cooking. I'm one rare bear.
Waka Waka, that's Fozzie Bear.
Waka Waka sure is the number 3 Muppet of all time. Listen up.
Me, 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 me. Me, me.
That's Beaker.
It is Beaker.
Me, 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 me. Me, me.
The number 2 Muppet of all time, as ranked by me, Drew Garabo.
That's a great drummer, Animal.
That is the phenomenal drummer, Animal, indeed. My second favorite Muppet of all time, the number 1 Muppet of all time.
Okay. Good number, you guys. Good number. George, clean up your act.
That is Kermit the Frog.
It is indeed. Please hold my man, and we will hook you up with your choice of Reggae Rise Up, Monster Jam, or Kings of Leon tickets. Which do you choose?
I'll do Kings of Leon.
Oh, well done. Hang on 1 second. That's going to be a great concert. What is that, Saturday night at Benchmark? Good luck fighting on traffic. Mo, what do we got coming up in the Mo Better?
Ooh, we got a car on fire, and then we got a car on fire, and it's going to be cold out.
So that's 2 cars on fire if we're doing math at home. Got it. Next on the Mo Better News.
You're listening to Drew Garabo live on 102.5 The Bone. Peanut butter and jelly, Batman and Robin, kegs and eggs. It's the 7th annual Kegs and Eggs pregame invasion, sponsored by Michelob Ultra, Saturday, January 31st at McDenton, Soho. You get complimentary breakfast from 9 to 11 a.m., a live DJ keeping the party going, and your first Michelob Ultra is on the house until 1 p.m. Plus, we have your last chance to win your way into the Michelob Ultra Treasure Cove. The 7th annual Kegs and Eggs pregame invasion at McDenton, Soho. Sponsored by Michelob Ultra from your official pirate drinking station. 102.5 The Bone. Real, raw radio. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah Personal Injury Attorneys Traffic Center.
In Pinellas County, very sizable delay due to lane closure. A crash Belcher Road northbound around Glen Eagles Parkway. Stop and go to Colonial Boulevard. Innisbrook eastbound delayed at US 19. In Hillsborough, a crash Broadway Avenue westbound toward Lakewood Drive. Also sizable. Nearby routes also backed up. Eastbound Adamo accident toward Falkenberg still there. Southbound 78th Street south of Robindale Road. A crash there too. This is Eric with traffic.
It's time for a clean slate at Crown Honda. We're clearing the lot of all past year's Honda models. Like a new Honda Civic LX, just $219 a month. Or a new Honda Accord LX, only $209 a month. But hurry, the clean slate sale runs this month only. Online at crownhonda.com. The better way to buy and service.
Call 800-722-6439 for complete details.
Chris Stapleton's All-American Roadshow, Saturday, June 13th at Raymond James Stadium with special guests Lainey Wilson and Alan Stone. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com.
This message comes from Viking, committed to exploring the world in comfort. Journey through the heart of Europe on an elegant Viking longship with thoughtful service, destination-focused dining, and cultural enrichment on board and on shore. With small ships that bring travelers closer to the destination, there's more time to explore. And every Viking voyage is all-inclusive, with no children and no casinos. Discover more at Viking.com.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. You know, the big wireless companies say they have discounts for people over 55. But unless you're willing to sit on hold and ask, you're probably paying more than you should. At Consumer Cellular, there's nothing to hunt down. We're built for people 50 plus with plans starting at just $20. And our 100% US-based customer service actually answers the phone. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today and get your second month free for a limited time.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
Joe Fallon did something smart. He saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. With that money, he commissioned a portrait of himself. Does Joe already know what he looks like? Yes. Do guests know what he looks like? Also yes. But not as art. It's Joe's savings, and if he wants to spend it on a velvet painting of himself with a white tiger at his feet, we say, roar, Joe, roar. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
I'm Ed Evans, CEO of Consumer Cellular. You know, the big wireless companies say they have discounts for people over 55. But unless you're willing to sit on hold and ask, you're probably paying more than you should. At Consumer Cellular, there's nothing to hunt down. We're built for people 50 plus with plans starting at just $20. And our 100% US-based customer service actually answers the phone. Call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com today and get your second month free for a limited time.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
Reward yourself or someone else with a luxury pre-owned Rolex from International Diamond Center.
They're in pristine condition. Everything's been authenticated.
That's IDC's Brian LeClaire, who scours the world to find the highest quality Rolex timepieces. Immaculate, well cared for, flawless.
You're going to find that the quality and overall condition of the watches looks very much mint, the way that you'd want it. You're not going to see the difference when you shop at IDC between the ones that you'd get at your authorized dealer and what we have here.
And unlike the authorized Rolex dealers, IDC has all the models you want ready for purchase.
You want a Pepsi? We've got it. You want a Batman? We've got it. You want a Sprite? We've got it. You want a Bruce Wayne? We've got it. You want a Submariner All-Gold? We've got it.
Exquisite pre-owned Rolex watches at the best prices you'll find anywhere.
We know what the pricing looks like in the marketplace around us, and we know that we completely obliterate the competition when it comes to the pricing.
Find the Rolex of your dreams today at International Diamond Center in Tampa, Clearwater, Lakeland, and Sarasota.
Just when you thought the savings had ended, Crown Kia is back with extended year-end savings. All the best deals have been extended into January for one last chance to save. We have select new Kia models. 0% APR for 5 years. 0 down payment or 0 payments until spring. We don't want to see you in another dealer's Kia. Crown Kia, the better way to buy and service. Call 800-371-0942 for complete details.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. Sure, you can post your job to some job board, but then all you can do is hope the right person comes along, which is why you should try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter doesn't depend on candidates finding you. It finds them for you. Its powerful technology identifies people with the right experience and actively invites them to apply to your job. You get qualified candidates fast. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you what you're looking for. The needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire. And right now, you can try ZipRecruiter for free. That's right, free at ZipRecruiter.com/radio. That's ZipRecruiter.com/radio. ZipRecruiter.com/radio.
ZipRecruiter. Tune in for Reinventing Retirement, where premier wealth managers and retirement specialists discuss the most important and crucial retirement topics for your benefit. Reinventing Retirement, Saturdays at 9 a.m. and Sundays at 9 a.m. and again at 11 a.m. Only on 102.5 The Bone.
Amy Cox did something smart. She saved hundreds on auto insurance switching to Progressive. And with that money, she decided to treat herself to an anti-aging red light mask. Will she look like a horror movie villain every night? Yes. Will her boyfriend Kevin be scarred for life? That's certainly a risk. But it's Amy's savings, and if she's willing to risk her relationship for smooth, wrinkle-free skin, well, bye-bye, Kevin. Switch and see if you could save with Progressive and treat yourself. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and Affiliates.
Taxes was waiting on the refund you needed yesterday.
All right, your car repair is going to run about $3,000.
Now Taxes is getting back on the road with TurboTax and Credit Karma, where you can get your refund up to 5 days faster and get personalized guidance to take every dollar further. Now this is Taxes. Intuit Credit Karma with TurboTax. Deposit a federal refund into Credit Karma Money account and early submission of refund data by IRS required. Terms apply. Banking services provided by MVB Bank, Inc. Member FDIC. Credit Karma is not a bank.
Injured? Take back control of your life. Call Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys at 1-800-747-FREE.
102.5 The Bone. Wheel Raw Radio. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. Live from the WeatherTight Windows studio. Unique opinions, compelling conversation, and the best in afternoon entertainment. Now, the conversation continues on Drew Garabo Live.
Newsflash! I have news.
You may hear news elsewhere, but it definitely won't be Mo Better Than This.
Well, anyway, we're going to do a tune called
Mo Better News, right now on Drew Garabo Live.
All right, bitches, let me break the numbers down on this freeze thing for you.
Right.
Listen, I just
why
get
we
right
gotta be
to
bitches?
it. I'm just saying.
Billy Madison all of a
It's
sudden?
going to be cold bitches in a little bit. Mostly cloudy skies have begun to clear out, and the winds have increased from the west to the northwest, which dropped, Drewbert, our humidity and our temperatures. By the commute home, a.k.a. right now, you'll be experiencing strong winds and temperatures in the upper 50s. A freeze is likely north of the bay on Tuesday morning. That's tomorrow morning to you and me, kids, with 20s and 30s common across Citrus, Hernando, and Pasco counties. A freeze watch has been issued for Inland Hillsborough, hey, that's me, and all of Polk County for Tuesday night into Wednesday morning. Highs on Tuesday will only reach the mid-50s, which I don't think sounds that bad. I might still wear the sleeveless out. But
thank God.
The temperatures will stay. Hey, the people are demanding it, Drew. You heard the call. Temperatures will stay below where they should be through the rest of the week and this weekend. So it's going to be cold out. You got any outdoor plans?
I will be going to the stadium game on Sunday.
That's right.
That's outside and high up.
Yeah. Ooh. Better take a parka.
Yeah, it's going to be cold.
Speaking of games and stadiums, the New England Patriots and the Seattle Seahawks advanced to Super Bowl 60. Quarterback Sam Darnold threw for 346 yards, 3 touchdowns in the NFC Championship. Drake May will be the youngest signal caller to start in the Super Bowl since Marino in 1985.
Wow.
What are we looking at, Drew?
Well, the Seahawks, I believe, are highly favored. Their defense was smothering, but if the Rams still put up a lot of points, they're going to make life miserable for Drake May. I just feel great for the Patriots fans who've been suffering through an awful 9-year drought since Super Bowl appearances. Thoughts and prayers.
They had won like 10 Super Bowls prior to that.
Well, look, man, when you're accustomed to going every year.
I guess.
Oh, man, those poor Bostonians.
Now, is Belichick happy or sad? I think Brady's happy.
Brady is happy for them, but probably not Belichick. Doesn't seem like he's happy about much, except for underage poon.
Hey, now, that's not
I'm sorry, 11 years. The last time was February 1st, 2015. Patriots 28, Seahawks 24.
Yeah, that's right. This is a matchup of that last time. Who won that last? It was the Patriots. Yeah, that would have been Brady, right, or no?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's where the Seahawks famously didn't run Marshawn Lynch. They had first and goal, didn't run him, decided to pass it. Malcolm Young jumps the route for the Patriots and picks off the quarterback right at the goal line. Patriots win.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Didn't Marshawn throw kind of a tantrum?
Justifiably so. They should have handed him the damn ball.
Wasn't he standing? But wasn't he standing on the sidelines going, huh?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Pete Carroll's a moron.
Yeah, idiot. All right, talking about streaks broken. We had a 15-game point streak snapped on Saturday at Columbus. The 8-5 loss to the Blue Jackets from our Tampa Bay Lightning still had Nikita Kucherov score a career goal number 383, number 383, tying Vincent LeCavalier for second on the Lightning's all-time list.
May I make a correction before someone calls or tweets me? Malcolm Butler is the player who intercepted the quarterback for Seattle. Thank you, Malcolm Butler, not Malcolm Young. Thank you. On to you, Mo.
There you go. We got the Utah Mammoth versus our very own Lightning tonight. Mammoth are 27-20-4, while the Lightning are 32-14-4. 68 points versus the Mammoths 58 points. It's got to be the Lightning tonight, right?
I hope so. There's no reason they should lose.
Okay, I'm first for the Super Bowl, and now I'm looking for some parlays.
Oh, you're looking for some parlays?
Yeah, we'll get to them.
Bolts win. Kucherov gets at over 1.5 points. Brandon Hagel gets a goal. Jake Gensel gets an assist.
All right, I'll need you to pass that along.
Not a problem.
Did you see Alex Honnold climb the Taipei 101 skyscraper without ropes?
I didn't see that. Why the hell would I watch some idiot climbing something that could kill him?
The 40-year-old dude, it was scary. I didn't watch it either. I just saw some clips once he got to the top. Like I got nothing better to do than watch some idiot climb a building. The 40-year-old daredevil scaled the massive 1,667-foot Taipei 101 in Taiwan in just over 90 minutes during Netflix Skyscraper Live event Sunday. Later revealing his payday was nothing compared to what other pro athletes earn.
Well, he's not a pro athlete.
I was going to say that. Our climbers, they're athletes, right?
They're engaging in an athletic pursuit. Yeah, they're athletes. It's not a sport.
Well, but athletes, doesn't it have to be some form of competition?
No, you could be an athlete and weightlift just for recreational. You're not. I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah, because I would say even in weightlifting, there's a competition.
Definition.
I mean, he can be athletic, but I don't know if you're an athlete just because you're climbing a building.
Well, no competition necessary. An athlete is a person who is proficient in sports and other forms of physical exercise. So if you lift weights well, you're an athlete. Mo, congratulations.
I am no athlete. I'm not going to say it's an embarrassing amount. He told the Times about his compensation for the climb. Actually, if you put it in the context of the mainstream sports, it's an embarrassingly small amount. You know, Major League Baseball players get like 170 million contracts, but that's also for years and multiple games and not just one time climbing up the side of a dumb building.
What's this guy complaining about the money that he got? Didn't he do it for the love? How much did they pay him? Does it say?
He said he would not say. He said, but he did share that regardless of the payday, he would have gladly completed the death-defying feat for free as long as the building gave him permission. So what are you complaining about?
Yeah. It ain't like you're a friggin' LeBron James or anything.
He said it was the mid-six figures.
Oh, poor guy. Oh no, you only made $400,000 to $600,000 for climbing something?
But not for 90 minutes.
Oh, world's smallest violin in the world, playing just for you, bitch.
Womp womp. A Mulberry man going over 100 miles per hour arrested on reckless driving and dangerous excessive speed charges. Dayline, Tampa, Florida. The FHP said it arrested a man for going over 100 miles per hour. They said Bolo was issued on January 25th. At around 2:30 p.m. for a Dodge Charger and a second vehicle allegedly weaving in and out of traffic and speeding on I-4 near mile marker 17. The FHP trooper saw the Dodge Charger and sped up after it, and it reached over 100+ miles. Before the driver was cited under the law, where you can face jail time up to 30 days or a fine of $500 or both right there.
Man.
Yeah, come on.
Don't do it. Slow down.
Well, not to be undone, Florida man drives flaming car down highway charged with DUI.
Flaming car.
Dayline, Melbourne. A Florida man has been cooling down in jail over the weekend after driving a flaming car down U.S. 192, the Brevard County Sheriff said. Deputies first responded to the scene on Friday after getting reports that a sedan traveling down the road was putting off heavy smoke before becoming engulfed in flames. I would have paid money to see this.
Yeah.
When he arrived, the responding deputy said he saw a 75-foot stretch of land that was freshly charred with some parts still off. This fool's driving down the road with his car on fire. But you can't pull over because you're driving drunk.
Damn right. Quite a quandary he found himself in.
Brevard County Fire Rescue was on the scene fighting the vehicle fire, but the flames had already sparked a wildfire that rapidly spread hundreds of feet down the road. So a few moments later, the smoking car pulled over, a witness said, and as they watched the driver, 60-year-old Patrick Rinaldi, turn around to try and get help. Undeterred, Rinaldi once again kept driving before the fire forced him to stop. He later told police that he was barely able to help his wife escape the burning car. You're doing this with your wife in. The responding deputy said that while speaking to Rinaldi, he noticed his eyes were bloodshot and watery, his speech was slurred, and there was a strong smell of alcohol coming from him. He admitted to having at least one large Budweiser before driving.
Yeah, just one.
Unfortunately, a large bottle of liquor was found on the passenger side floorboard.
That it's just the one bottle of liquor he was having.
Yeah, there you go. So
I like when the people get pulled over. It's almost always I just had one.
I know. Just
don't either admit to nothing or admit to everything.
You're right. Or make it believe 3.5. But I was there for like 5 hours.
Right.
There. You know what I'm saying? Here we go. These states rank as the best place to retire in 2026. Florida. I'll give you the numbers real quick.
All right.
The overall rank: number 1, Wyoming. Coming in at number 2, a solid deuce. Florida, right there.
Wait, more people are retiring to Wyoming than here?
Man, that's some pretty country.
It's beautiful, but what's there to do?
Well, I'll tell you what's not there. Flaming cars, flaming and speeding cars. You have to worry about some idiot driving over 100 miles an hour, running you over, or somebody causing a forest fire because they're driving a car on fire. Not surprisingly, Kentucky is at the bottom of the list.
Let me see if this is true still. Yep. You know what there are only 2 of in the entire state of Wyoming? 2. There are only 2 of these.
Weirs and steers?
No. It is something that most states have many of, especially shopping malls.
There's only 2 of...
only 2 in the entire state of Wyoming.
McDonald's.
Nope. Escalators. There are 2 escalators in the entire state of Wyoming. Both are located in Casper in the First Interstate Bank downtown and the Hilltop National Bank on Country Club Road.
You know, I still think it'd be nice to live out. To
yeah.
To be,
I don't need escalators.
Isolated. Yeah, who the hell needs an escalator?
I got stuck on a broken one for like 3 days.
You probably could have just walked.
Oh, now you tell me. Where were you?
And keep your hands off my money news. A stupid Tampa, Florida, Citrus County man bought a $2 million scratch-off ticket winner at a 7-Eleven in Brooksville. Antoni Gaspar, 65 of Homosassa, claimed the $2 million top prize from a scorching hot scratch-off game on October 8th. I didn't even know those scorching hots was even a thing.
I would think you would know all of the scratch-offs, Mo.
Man, I don't
You're an
know.
enthusiast.
The Hard Rock app's been cutting into some of my scratch-off money.
Let me tell you, you're better off with the scratch-offs.
Yeah. Lionel Richie and Earth, Wind & Fire announced a 2026 North American tour. Ooh. That might not be such a bad lineup right there if they have the right backing bands with them.
Sure.
I mean, I think out of Earth, Wind & Fire, I think they've lost like 8 members already.
Oh, yeah. There's Earth is the only one left.
Yeah. You talked about Kanye West apologizing for his reckless anti-Semitic
We forgive
comment.
you.
This probably cost him northward. I mean, we're talking about he might have lost almost $1 billion, right? Between Chase, between the merchandising. It was not an inexpensive bipolar meltdown.
No, it was probably one of the most expensive bipolar meltdowns in bipolar meltdown history.
Is there a path back for Ye?
Oh yeah, he took the first step with this one. We forgive him.
When he wrote that the right frontal lobe.
You right?
The front right lobe. When he wrote,
we don't forgive you for what you're doing to the English language, but we forgive Ye.
Ye wrote that the right frontal lobe of his brain was injured in a car accident 25 years ago. Same one that required his mouth to be wired shut, or would that be the timeline work out there?
Yep.
It caused serious damage to his mental health and led to my bipolar type 1 diagnoses. I didn't know there were more than 1 types of bipolarism, but that would make sense. He said that he fell into a 4-month-long manic episode of psychotic, paranoid, and impulsive behavior. He then hit rock bottom a few months ago, and at the encouragement of his wife, Bianca, he sought help. So he said he's found a new baseline, a new center to an effective regime of medication. Not asking for your sympathy or a free pass, though I aspire to earn your forgiveness. I think that's, he is set to release a new joint Friday.
Oh, good. Yeah,
wait a minute.
Oh, that's quite. So wait. He apologized today, and he's got a new single coming out.
No, I'm not. You fell for it, hook, line, and sinker too. Let me make. Yes.
I did.
Yeah.
So wait, he's got a new single coming out Friday.
He's got a new album coming out. He's dropping a new album out Friday. Come on, man. Come on. Ain't nobody buying this. Yeah, hold on right here.
I wanted to believe him, too.
I am not asking for sympathy or a free pass, though I aspire to earn your forgiveness, said Ye, who is set to release a new album Friday.
you got to either apologize over a month in advance of your new album or don't apologize at all.
Not
Just
the same
double
week.
down.
Not the same week.
We Jews are forgiving, but we are not stupid.
Yeah, not the same week. Speaking of new albums, the new Foo Fighters album is on the way. Dave Grohl has confirmed during the band's show in Launceston, Tasmania over the weekend. Grohl revealed that the band has a whole new record of songs we just finished the other day. Has not offered a release date, but said it would arrive before the band's next Australian shows. I don't know that at this point, and I've been a long-time Foo Fighters fan, up until the last album. The one prior to that has one of my favorite songs by them on it, The Sky is the Neighborhood. This last one I thought was okay, but it was at the point that I was like, I think I'm no longer looking for new Foo Fighters.
I don't think many are. Their fans obviously will buy their new album, but I don't know that they're attracting that many new fans these days. But nothing against them. They were a great moment in time.
I would, more than a moment, I would say if you were to grab a best of Foo Fighters album, you got bangers from top to bottom. Probably 12 at the very least.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there you go. And
I bought the best of the Foo Fighters, and it just went like this. It's the best of you.
That's the one song.
That's it. Best of you.
That is a banger. All right, that's the momentum.
Thank you, Maurice.
You're welcome, Drew.
I had an actual photograph of a billboard for our radio station. I've not seen one. We didn't even believe they existed, to be honest with you. I thought maybe John Brennan was lying to us, like, hey, you got these billboards. But turns out they actually do exist. One of my son's ex-girlfriend's mom, who I'm still in contact with, things ended quite amicably, sent me a photograph, 1025 The Bone. You may think it, but we say it. So with 30 seconds left, some of the things that people are thinking that we should say. Tony, if you spank your kids, you won't have to shoot your kids. Stephanie, I think, why are there so many pit bull type dogs up for adoption? Do pit bull owners not know how to spay and neuter works? Also, same with cats. Delarian Moonshine, I'm thinking how embarrassing it is to be an American at the moment. Jerome, thinking is mayonnaise an instrument. Kirby Carnes is thinking about how cute his cat Louie is, and he's right. So those are just some of the things that people are thinking, Mo. I'm thinking, wait, am I thinking Southern Steer? I am. The Lightning are next, and I'm thinking that Southern Steer is just a great place to get premium protein to refuel your workouts. A lot of us are hitting the gym extra hard in this new year, so we need to refuel. Ground beef on sale. Marinated chicken breasts on sale. Plain non-marinated chicken breasts on sale. You can go in there and their culinary consultants will tell you what you want for dinner. I mean, if you ask them, they're not going to tell you just unsolicited. But if you ask them, hey, what should I do for dinner tonight? Boom, we got this for appetizers. Boom, sides. Boom, marinades, bottled wine, desserts. They've got it all in 4 area locations for you. Sarasota, St. Pete, Carrollwood, and Clearwater. They're always online at southernsteer.com. Tampa Bay Lightning hockey is next. Let's beat those mammoths.
You're listening to Drew Garabo live on 102.5 The Bone. The Bone Bonus is back and right when you need it. The Bone is giving you $1,000 5 times a day, every weekday. Listen to The Bone for your chance to win $1,000 at 2 and call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
The Bone. Now, a Bone traffic update from the Farah and Farah person.
Pinellas crash earlier right lane. Adamo Drive eastbound toward Falkenberg Road, Broadway Avenue westbound crash at Lakewood Drive. Also that South 78th Street southbound crash around Robindale Road back to Rideout Road. This is Eric with traffic.
Are you dealing with bad feet all day? The Good Feet store wants to help you get back to living in comfort. Schedule your free fitting at goodfeet.com.
Back
to doing what I love and more. Thanks to the Good Feet Store.
This is a cat named Mo from Drew Garabo Live. Prime time, baby. I am the first Mo, but there is a second Mo, and he is the Mo that will help you if you need a personal injury attorney. It's Tampa attorney Mo DeWitt. Here he is to say one word because I've used up all the time.
Hi.
That's it. You got one word. Don't he sound sexy? 800, call Mo with an E. Injured on the go, just call Mo.
Non-attorney spokesperson, offices Tampa.
That's Mo with an E.
You know, this is one of those topics that no one really wants to think about, but if you're a parent, a homeowner, married, or helping take care of aging parents, it's something that honestly deserves a little attention. I'm talking about estate planning. And before you tune out thinking it's complicated or expensive, that's actually why I want to mention Trust and Will. Trust and Will makes estate planning feel way less intimidating than it sounds. They offer modern, attorney-designed wills and trusts that you can create online. And the process is surprisingly straightforward. In fact, you can create a will in as little as 30 minutes. That includes things like guardianship for your kids or pets, how your assets are distributed, and even healthcare directives. Don't wait until it's too late. Protect your loved ones with Trust and Will, the most trusted name in online estate planning. Go to trustandwill.com/plan to get 20% off. That's trustandwill.com/plan for 20% off. trustandwill.com/PLAN.
Are your investments in the right accounts? What's best, traditional or Roth? Are you receiving all available tax deductions? Are you paying as little in tax as you can? These are all questions you can't afford to get wrong. Hi, I'm Jeff Jr., founder of Trajan Wealth, and in many cases, it's not what you make, but it's what you keep that makes the real difference. Trajan Wealth and Trajan Tax work closely together exclusively. No more guessing about whether you should do a Roth conversion, or if maxing out your 401k is really the best option. Our nationally recognized fiduciary advisors and CPA team work in tandem to make sure your tax strategy works with your investment strategy. We'll even do your tax preparation. One team, one strategy. Isn't it time for a second opinion? Call Trajan today at 813-212-0500. That's 813-212-0500.
Trajan Wealth, an SEC-registered investment advisor. Additional services through Trajan Estate and Trajan Tax. Additional disclosures and accreditation at TrajanWealth.com.
I'm Ultima Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Every time one of my children started driving, it was terrifying. Thousands of accidents happen across the country. We see it every day. If you've been injured in a car accident, call us.
Dial pound law or visit forthepeople.com for an office near you.
Wondering if dangerous contaminants are in your home's water? Get Leaf Home Water Solutions today. We can't live without water, but we can take actions today to make it safer and healthier. Leaf Home Water Solutions is offering a free in-home water test. Just visit leafhome.com/free to schedule yours. With results from their advanced digital testing, Leaf Home Water Solutions can design a whole home system and expertly install it in as little as 1 day. With Leaf Home Water Solutions, you can feel confident that each drop of water from every tap and appliance is cleaner and safer for you and your family. We can't live without water, but we can take actions today to make our family's water safer with Leaf Home Water Solutions. Schedule your free home water test today at leafhome.com/free and save 15% on all home water treatment systems. That's leafhome.com/free for your free home water test and 15% off. leafhome.com/free.
You're listening to Leaf Filter Radio, and the guru of gutter protection himself, Chris Coonahan, is here to take your most pressing leaf-related questions.
Hey, everybody, Chris here. I understand we have Ron on the line. Ron, where are you calling from?
Uh-oh. Ron, are you calling from a ladder?
Well, I was. I wanted to ask Chris what I need to do to get my gutters ready to have leaf filter installed.
Oh, Ron, you don't have to do anything. A Leaf Filter Trusted Pro will come out and clean out your gutters, realign and seal your gutters, and install Leaf Filter, America's #1 gutter protection system.
So I didn't need to get on this ladder?
Ron, Leaf Filter Trusted Pros are in your neighborhood and ready to help. Just visit leaffilter.com/radio to schedule your free gutter inspection and get up to 30% off.
Thank goodness. What was that site?
To get this special radio offer, go to leaffilter.com/radio for your free gutter inspection today and get up to 30% off. That's leaffilter.com/radio for up to 30% off. leaffilter.com/radio. See representative for warranty details.
New year, new me, fresh, clean car. And the only way to achieve it is Bubble Down Car Wash with locations in Tampa, Brandon, Riverview, Wesley Chapel, Palm Harbor, and Spring Hill. You'll have the cleanest car in town every time. You Bull Down.
By texting 64,000, you agree to receive recurring automated marketing messages from IQ Bar. Message and data rates may apply. No purchase required. Terms apply. Available at eatiqbar.com/policy/terms of service.
Hi, I'm Will, and I created IQ Bar to empower doers like you with clean, delicious, ultra-low sugar brain and body fuel. Our IQ Bar plant protein bars help you refuel smarter. Our IQ Mix Zero Sugar Hydration Mixes help you hydrate harder. And our IQ Joe Instant Mushroom Coffees help you caffeinate larger. All three product lines boost physical performance, but they also boost mental performance via nutrients like magnesium and lion's mane. Right now, you can try our epic IQ Bar Ultimate Sampler Pack with 9 protein bars, 8 hydration mixes, and 4 coffee sticks. Win your day with clean ingredients, amazing taste, and superior brain and body nutrition. Try IQ Bar today.
Get 20% off all IQ Bar products plus free shipping when you text IQ Bar to 64,000. Text IQ Bar to 64,000 to get this exclusive radio offer. That's IQ Bar to 64,000.
If you've been injured, we're prepared and ready to help. Call Farah & Farah anytime.
Tampa. 102.5 The Bone. It's talk radio where we say what we want all day long. You know that crazy shit you think about all day, every day? Like if I got a time machine and traveled back in time, would it be gay if yourself? Well, you may think it, but we say it.
Well, that certainly sounds progressive.
102.5 The Bone. Real, raw radio. The Bone. WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete. And 107.3 WXGL HD2, St. Pete. The Bone is the official Tampa Bay Lightning radio station.
3, 2, 1.
It begins.
All systems go.
Right now on The Bone, it's the Tampa Bay Lightning. The following is a presentation of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
At some point, the Tampa Bay Lightning were going to have a clunker of a game. That's what happened against the Columbus Blue Jackets Saturday night. The Lightning gave up 8 goals and were out of sync. That happens throughout an 82-game season. Tampa Bay has been outstanding all season long, munching points, and they'll look to do it again tonight against the Utah Mammoth. Utah is a team that likes to defend, so the Lightning need to be ready to go from the start. Who comes out on top tonight? We'll find out next. It's the Lightning and Mammoth, and it's happening right here on Lightning Radio.
Kucherov dances to the slot. Score! What a goal from Nikita Kucherov! Brilliance from Kucherov! Shoots! Score! McDonough! Short-handed goal! There's a steel blade across the blue line, left circle. Cutting in front, shoot, save made, rebound, Yaska!
What a
save made by Vasilevsky, 2 in a row.
Wow.
The Lightning are ready to take the ice. Now, with the Lightning Audio Network pregame report, here's Greg Linnelli.
And good evening, everyone. Glad you're with us as we get you set for the Lightning and the Utah Mammoth. Greg Linnelli with you. You heard in the open, the Lightning looking to rebound after a tough one to the Columbus Blue Jackets, 8-5 a couple of nights ago. Games like that are going to happen. It's how you respond that oftentimes will dictate how successful you will be as a team. And for the most part, for the majority of this season, the Tampa Bay Lightning have been a resilient bunch. We've talked about the injuries that they have had to deal with all year, and take a look at where they are in the standings. Certain players have chosen to address some of the depth issues that maybe some people thought they had coming into the year. They have elevated their play, and the Lightning now are one of the best teams in the league. But no doubt about it, they have to be ready to go tonight against Utah. Utah is a team that gets in your face, and they like to defend, which has allowed them to be in a position to make the playoffs this year. Still a long way to go, but a very difficult game to a degree tonight for the Tampa Bay Lightning. This is the second game between these two teams. Tampa Bay won the first matchup back on November 2nd. It was a 4-2 win. Jake Gensel had a couple of points in that game. By the way, you can watch Lightning games by streaming them in the Lightning app. subscribe for the second half of the season for just $41. It's available on iOS and Android as well as smart TVs via Roku, Apple TV, and Amazon Fire. All right, so getting back to that game the other night, we've talked about some miscues and the Lightning just not in sync, and this goal in the first period certainly illustrated that.
Scottish steals it in front. It's knocked away. Zamula up the near boards. It's finally cleared to center ice. And Varanka makes a steal from Gord. Score! A breakaway goal for Dmitry Varanka. He stripped Gord and had nobody in front of him. He beats Johansson. 4 goals in the period for Columbus. It's 4-2.
Yeah, you just don't see that a lot from this Lightning team. Gord just had the puck taken away, and credit to Columbus going the other way to convert. And Anthony Cirelli talked about this afterwards with regards to falling behind, allowing the Lightning to really be behind the 8 ball.
I think we started on time today. That first period, maybe a couple too many turnovers. That's a fast, skilled team over there that could, capitalize on their chances. And, we gave them too many. And, that's what JoJo making huge saves for us, the entire night to even give us a sniff there with the empty net. But like I said, that start there kind of hurt us.
So they understand that. And it's one of those games you don't dwell on. You move on. It's the beauty of an 82-game season. Too many games to feel sorry for yourself. And the Lightning back at it here tonight at Benchmark International Arena. But we talk about the standings and where the Lightning are and the point streak that they were on to get to this point. And John Cooper talked about that earlier.
Well, not only looking up at somebody, but guys right behind us. And there's just no separation. The East is... you just look at some of these teams. I think, Pittsburgh just went out west and swept their trip, and teams are going out there and collecting points. So I don't know what's going on this year, but it's going to be nail biting time all the way till April. That's why it sounds a little cliche-ish to be like, oh my God, we need a game in late January. This is like pivotal, but they are kind of pivotal.
They are. And the Lightning have done a nice job to put themselves in a position where there is a little bit of distance between them and that first team on the outside looking in. You talk about the top 8, and there's going to be some positioning there, but it's those teams who are right on the cusp of the playoff line where you really want that separation, just in case you do go into a little bit of a funk. And the Lightning, again, very fortunate they've allowed themselves the opportunity to be in a position where they are atop the standings and feeling pretty good about their game. But I mentioned this is a tough game tonight, and John Cooper got into it. Why?
Well, we got to get by tonight because we got in, we had plane issues in Columbus. We didn't get in until super late. And so this one's a little nerve-wracking one. Plus, we're playing a team that's, on a little bit of a heater right now. So get through this, and then we get Western teams. Who do we have? Winnipeg coming in, I believe, and then it's Boston, Buffalo, who we haven't seen, that's right behind us, and then our last game of the year with Florida. So we just can't overlook these ones, coming up because they're Western Conference teams, and we got to build our game to make sure we're ready.
Makes sense. And, as a coach, you can prepare all you want, but when the lights are on, how your team responds after dealing with some of those situations and those circumstances, you just never know until the puck is dropped. So we'll see how it plays out, certainly tonight. For every point that Nick Paul records this season, he's going to donate $150 to the Crisis Center of Tampa Bay. As the presenting partner of Points by Paul, Slide Insurance is generously matching these donations. That's $300 to support mental health in Tampa Bay for every point Nick scores. All right, our own Ben Pierce is standing by with Zemgus Girgensons. Let's go to that interview on Lightning Radio.
All right, Zemgus, tonight going up against a Utah team. In net, Karel Vejmelka leads the NHL in wins. What can you guys do to try to get a couple pucks past him?
Just keep a net front, get his eyes away. I think that's the best way to do it, and just play simple hockey.
You guys have been on the road an awful lot lately. Finally, you guys are back here at home at Benchmark International Arena. Can you speak to the benefit of finally being at home in front of your fans here?
Oh, definitely. No, it's been a tough one with the travel. Nice to get a home stretch, and hope we can build something here.
For you guys to be at home, I just mentioned you're playing in front of your fans. Obviously, you guys have stacked so many wins. How much can you look at what you've done over the last month and kind of lean back on that coming off a loss?
Oh no! Anytime you can build something like that is awesome, and the loss last game definitely showed us exactly what works and what doesn't. So that's something to build on too, and it's going to be nice to play in front of the fans for next 5.
Thanks, Zemgus.
All right, thank you, Ben, and thanks to Zemgus for hopping on there. We always appreciate that. We're going to take a break. When we return, we'll talk to our panel. Speaking of Ben Pierce, he'll be with us along with Bobby the Chief Taylor and Eric Erlandson. We're getting you set for Lightning and Mammoth coming up in about 20 minutes on Lightning Radio.
At PNC Bank, the official retail bank of the Tampa Bay Lightning, we've always taken a boring approach to handling your money. Not only is it smart, it's reliable. And why would we ever want to be unreliable with anyone's money? Some of those customers could be big, tough hockey players who'd gladly give up their teeth for a win. Oh, that's going to hurt. But really, we just think boring is the smartest way to help ensure your money's there for exciting things in life. Like intentionally placing your body in front of a frozen rubber puck traveling at 100 miles per hour. PNC Bank. Brilliantly boring since 1865. PNC Bank, National Association, member FDIC.
Does your business need food service or housekeeping supplies? The MVPs at Imperial Dade distribute over 60,000 items, including cleaning chemicals and janitorial supplies, food service packaging, paper products, floor maintenance equipment, and more. The experts at Imperial Dade can recommend environmentally preferable options and help with labor reduction strategies. Imperial Dade has been serving businesses in Florida for over 80 years and has locations throughout the Sunshine State. Imperial Dade is a proud supporter of the University of South Florida and the Tampa Bay Lightning. Visit imperialdade.com to learn more.
Hey Lightning fans, don't let cold and flu symptoms keep you on the bench. Power through your day with Mucinex Kickstart. Fast, all-in-one, and done relief with a jolt of instant cooling sensation. That's a game-winning play. Relief with a kick. Mucinex Kickstart. Go Bolts. Use as directed.
Renewal by Anderson of Tampa, Sarasota is having a happy renewal year sale. Buy one, get one 40% off replacement windows and doors, plus no money down, 0 payments, and 0% interest for 12 months. That expires on the 31st of January. Superior products, exceptional service, bestwindowsflorida.com for Renewal by Anderson of Tampa, Sarasota. License number CGC 1527613, bestwindowsflorida.com.
Hi, folks. Phil Esposito here, Hockey Hall of Famer. Well, who knew that I was going to go a little bit deaf? I lost my hearing a little bit. People kept telling me, what's wrong with you? You can't hear. So guess what? They were right. I went to Audibel. Audibel took care of me. It was incredible. Audibel, they are terrific. And by the way, Audibel's a proud sponsor of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Book your free hearing test now at floridahearing.com. Hear better, live better.
Here's your chance to cash in on the Bone Bonus 2026.
You don't know how much I need this money.
Your next chance to listen and win is tomorrow morning at 8. It's the Bone Bonus, hooking you up with cash every single weekday. Sponsored by Anajar and Levine, Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
1025 The Bone. Real, raw radio.
At CertaPro Painters, we know that a happy place comes in many colors, like ones that inspire a sense of wonder, or a new flavor that makes life just a little bit sweeter, or one to celebrate those moments that lift you to new heights, at home or at work. We'll make your happy place your own. CertaPro Painters. That's painting happy. Each CertaPro Painters business is independently owned and operated. Contractor license and registration information is available at CertaPro.com.
Hi, I'm attorney Fran Hosh. Being involved in a car or motorcycle accident can be stressful. I've dedicated my career to helping accident victims and their families. If you've been injured in a motorcycle or car accident, I can help. Give me a call at 866-LAW-FRAN or visit me online at lawfran.com. Main office, Palm Harbor.
Your team is heating up the ice this season. You can catch thrilling hockey moments all season long on 102.5 The Bone. It's all brought to you by Central Florida Behavioral Health Network.
This is Lightning Radio.
Simon's probably not going to remember the score of this game, but he's going to remember his first NHL game and what the feeling he had playing in that game. And so that's always a cool feeling for not only myself, but for the team is, to watch, I mean, it's not like these guys have lived that long, but their lifetime of work and their dream come true getting to play in a game.
Coop on Simon Lundmark getting an opportunity to play in the NHL. Last game, his debut. Pretty cool moment, no doubt about it. Lightning getting set to take on the Mammoth tonight here at Benchmark International Arena. Coming up in about 20 minutes or so, Mission Espo will have the game call. Ben Pierce, Eric Rollinson, Bobby the Chief Taylor with me right now. And I don't know how much we can really dwell on that loss to Columbus. It's done, move on, and hopefully get healthy. That's the biggest thing. I got to deal with that issue again. Chernak's back tonight, which is good.
Gonsalves looks like he's in.
Yeah.
Crozier looks like he's in. Finley looks like he's in. Hey,
big deal.
Positive on the news front.
You got it.
How about that?
Right?
That's rare.
Get ready for a tough Utah team.
Yeah, and, just like it has been the case for all of the success they had during that 15-game streak, you put the last one behind, you move on to the next one. In this case, it's the first time they've suffered a regulation loss since December 18th. That's amazing to think how long it's been since they kind of had to deal with that. And even more amazing to think that they really haven't gained much ground in the division. But, you understand what happened. We certainly dissected after the game. I know John Cooper talked about it this morning that, a lot of mistakes that happened in that game that we just hadn't seen from this team. And you're going to have that. What you have to make sure is that it doesn't carry over. Right, like you have that self-correction pretty quickly because you've got a task here as, Utah comes in, they're won 5 in a row. They're 9-1-1 in their last 10. So they're kind of climbing up, the standings in the Western Conference. And it's a good test. It's a good test for Tampa Bay to kind of get themselves back on the right skates.
Right skates, Chief?
Well, first of all, every time you keep saying we get to our panel, I feel like a truck.
A truck?
Yeah, panel truck. No, but you know what? I thought, to me, they looked mentally tired. They were making mistakes that we haven't seen since, the early part of the season.
Yeah.
Leaving guys wide open, dropping down. They've been so sharp defensively in this run. Limiting teams to 2 goals, limiting to less than 20 shots a game. And then last night, everything was just discombobulated, And to me, it just really looked like they were tired mentally.
Well, I tell you what, if you were going to have a stinker, I think it helps, though, to play a team like you said, like Utah, that's been so strong, because you can't afford to say, that's okay, boys, we'll figure it out. You have to be sharp coming into tonight, and you can say, all right, guys, I get it, but you can only afford to have one stinker, because tonight we're going to see the 2 best teams since January 1st. Like, these are literally the 2 best teams in the NHL since the new year. They're both 9-1-1. They've got the 2 best point percentages. They're both up there in goals for, both up there in goals against. Like, these are the 2 best teams so far in 2026. So I'm interested to see what it looks like. Obviously, there were a whole bunch of games before the calendar flipped, and the Lightning have had the better of the season as a whole. But like you said, Utah's been a really good team over their last 10 games. This is a very young team compared to Tampa Bay. Maybe they're on one of those crazy youth, maybe they're on their little party streak here as some of those young guys do. I don't know, but they're going to have to play a lot sharper than they did the other night because Utah just seems to be clicking right now. Obviously, Mikhail Sergachev has a big part of that. Clayton Keller, I don't know if it's because he's a winger, but he is another one of those guys. I know we talk about Nikita Kucherov, doesn't always get his flowers. Clayton Keller does not get a lot of credit. He's a heck of a player.
He's a very good player.
Wait till we get to the Olympics in a couple weeks, and he's a big part of Team USA.
Yeah.
That'll be a big one for him. But, what I've been so impressed with the Lightning team is it hasn't mattered who the opponent is, right?
Yeah.
It hasn't mattered first game back from a long road trip. It hasn't mattered the last game of a long road trip. I was so impressed with the ability to beat Dallas at the end of that 5-game trip, the way they did. Come back 2 nights later and beat a pretty good San Jose team that's certainly much improved. And especially that Colorado game, coming back from California and only having the 2 days off before having to face the Avalanche and really kind of shut them down. That's the focus you have to have. And I've been trying to get at it with some of the questions I've asked, over the past couple of days and the past week, how their ability to compartmentalize from one game to the next. What happened before doesn't matter. What's going to happen next doesn't matter. We have to be hyper-focused on this game, and that's the attitude you have to have tonight.
It was kind of an odd game, too, because when they tied it up, then that non-call on a definite boarding penalty, instead of a Lightning going on a power play, they scored 2 goals, and then take over the game. And so it was kind of a strange thing that happened there. Even though the Lightning weren't at their best, they still were in it. They could have won it. Yeah. Who knows if the guy calls the right call, and they get the power play, they might take the 2 goals or a goal lead and take the lead and go.
He's got a smirk on his face.
Because he's absolutely right.
And there we go.
As poorly as they played, they still had a chance.
You're right.
With that said, though, I don't know that any of us expected to see Eric Chernak tonight, though. Like, if there is a silver lining there, that hit looked pretty nasty on Chernak, that they didn't have a call. I'm pretty happy to see that Chernak's playing tonight because I don't know that I expected that when he left that game. That was a bad-looking hit. And I think the fact that we saw him skate this morning and the fact that he's on the ice today, I'll take that. You know, loss aside, no penalty aside, the fact that he's healthy enough to skate today and play today, you'll take that all day because it looked pretty bad live, and the fact that he's available, given all the injuries, like you said, that we've seen, that's a win in its own, I think, that he's available tonight.
Of course, the flip side of that is no Charles-Edouard Dastou.
Right.
I think we were a little surprised to see him show up on IR so quickly, but the numbers game was kind of starting to catch up with him. So he'll be out at least the next 2 games, we assume, with a leg injury after the little collision there the other night. And again, just another test for this blue line.
And as a result, though, we get to see the hybrid defenseman, right? Max Grosjean is going to make his second NHL game tonight. So the forward pivoted to defenseman. And here's a fun nugget for you. Do you know what it is? Did you look at the game notes?
No.
Oh, we got you.
Wow. Okay. Fun fact for you. Max Grosjean tonight can become the first defenseman in franchise history to get a point in each of his first 2 career NHL games if he gets on the score sheet. So it's never been done, which is actually kind of surprising if you look at the long list of defensemen. But obviously, they don't care about that. They want to get the win. They want to play solid defense. But I thought that was an interesting one. And Grosjean, the offense to defense transition, it's difficult. There's a lot of talent on this Utah team. I'm interested to see how he does against a team that's got a lot of speed, because the backward skating, I think it was you that mentioned, that's kind of what separates him and allowed for that transition.
Yeah, that's what Joel Bouchard saw.
Can't believe you quizzed me. I thought my quizzes were over.
Normally,
I started sweating.
Normally, you tee me up for the game notes. I figured you had that on lockdown.
I did. You know, shame on me.
It was a tiny little bullet point. You know, I had a little bit of space.
I still got to read
notes.
it. Right.
He's got 2 young daughters and a toddler at home.
Yeah,
so we'll give him a slide.
Sleep. You know, that's not an excuse. Which, you know, and travel. You know, hearing John Cooper talk about the delays a little bit in his first game back. It's one of those things where is traveling that first game back going to be a little bit of an issue tonight?
Well, it could be, you know, because now they can take a deep breath. Before they couldn't. They knew they're in town just for, you know, a 14-hour leave, and then they were going again. You know,
and back out.
Yeah, stay away from those bars. Anyway, it's
that's what this weekend's for, Chief.
Yeah,
that's right.
I know. But you know, you're going to be home for a while now until the Olympics, and you know that's you breathe a sigh of relief after that, like that. But you know what, though? I would be absolutely shocked. And if it happens, I'm bringing a chair in here for the end of the game because I'd be falling down. I'd be so surprised. But this team is so good at bouncing back, so good at self-analyzing. They have been that way for a while now. And I would be astonished if they don't come out and play one of their best games.
Have their legs. That'll be key because, you know, Utah is going to work.
Oh, absolutely.
They're going to work.
And that's what the Lightning have done, right? They've been a team that works hard, and they become a team that's hard to play against, you know, especially we talk so much about the Gord line and the tone that they sort of set in that area, and everybody kind of follows that lead. And, you know, that's what you're going to get tonight. And, you know, like Chief said it best, I said it after the game, you can't take a breath. Right? Okay, great, we're home. No, that's not how it works. You got another game, and in 2 more days, you've got another game, and then 2 days after that, you've got another game. Like, it's just the NHL schedule, and that's why you have to do such a good job of putting that stuff behind you, concentrating on the next task in front of you, and right now it's the Utah Mammoth.
And the standings won't allow it.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, there's no relief.
Well, think about it, right? Utah.
Yeah.
They're not even in the wild card race.
Right.
But they're only 4 points out of first place in the Pacific Division.
Incredible.
It's nuts.
Yeah. Well, what did Coop say this morning? He talked about how we just went on this crazy franchise, one of the best runs in franchise history, right, for a point streak. And he said, we're not in first place in our division.
Yeah, still looking
I know.
He said, right, and Detroit just jumped us for first place in division. He said, we have to keep going on runs like we just did because the NHL right now, top to bottom, is it's a wild race this year. He said, you cannot take a step back. You have to keep winning games, stacking points, or you're going to be looking up. You cannot take those breaths right now.
Remember, it was just a couple years ago, we knew by now who the top 8 teams in the East were going to be. there wasn't really going to be much change.
It was January, basically.
Yeah,
it didn't
we
move.
knew right now. Like, we knew who the 8 were going to be.
I know.
Now you don't know who the 15 are going to be.
No, you don't.
It's incredible.
Well, there was a post today I saw that was, I think it was 2015. They were talking about the NHL scoring race individual, and it was like the top scorer in the NHL had 74 points, and the second leading scorer was 20 points behind with like 52. And today it's 90, 85, and Cooch in third. In the 70s, and it's like
that's year Jamie Benn won it with like 89.
It was.
Yeah,
it was.
yeah,
It would have been. It was
points.
James, and it was like you look at the standings, the points, and just where the offense is.
Yeah.
It's insane. I mean, Karel Vejmelka. What's he at? 24 wins, I believe, coming today. 25.
God bless you.
It's insanity. It's insane.
Yeah, the goaltending isn't as strong as it was in the 15.
Unless you're in Tampa. Unless you're in Tampa, right, Chief?
Exactly.
Yeah. Right.
Of course. When will you know? How will you know that the Lightning are into this game early on? What's a good sign for you?
The forecheck.
Yeah.
Forecheck and puck retrieval in the offensive zone, because that's been one of the real strong points, because that keeps you in that zone for a lot longer.
Yeah.
And it'll be interesting to see if they get their forecheck going early. Then I can breathe a sigh of relief.
I'll be watching.
Yeah.
See if he does.
I won't be pounding my head on the
You might do that anyways. Come on.
I'll do it anyway.
Well, hey, regardless of
I
the
step out of
forecheck,
character.
regardless if the forecheck is on or not, you know what's going to be on tonight? Dave Mishkin. 2,000 NHL games tonight.
Yeah.
How insane is that? That is remarkable.
Incredible.
So, nods to Dave Mishkin, because that is a remarkable milestone. That is incredible.
Yeah.
Congrats to Mish, one of the best in the game.
Yep. We're looking right up on the board. Right on cue.
Love it.
Are you tied into John Franzone's office?
No. They actually locked me out of that office. Yeah.
I can't blame him.
Yeah.
All right, boys. Appreciate you.
Thanks, guys.
We'll do it again during our first intermission report. Hey, when the Lightning score 4 or more goals or force a shutout, you're in free double stack at any participating Tampa area Wendy's with any purchase upon request. Offer valid for 24 hours after tonight's game. And come watch the Lightning host the Sabres on Tuesday, February 3rd at Benchmark International Arena. The first 5,000 fans will receive a Thunderbug bobblehead presented by Advent Health. Get your tickets now at TampaBayLightning.com. Coming up here in about 5 minutes, we'll have the puck dropping between Tampa Bay and Utah. Ben, by the way, is going to be with Julie Stewart-Binks. They have a new Into the Blue podcast presented by Penelope Bourbon. It's out now. They're going to preview this week's Stadium Series game. Nikita Kucherov keeps moving up the record book. And updates on the roster with injuries and illness. Into the Blue is available on Facebook, X, YouTube, and your favorite podcast app. All right, when we return, we'll talk to Mish and the Hall of Famer Phil Esposito. We are getting you set for the game tonight. Lightning and Mammoth on Lightning Radio.
Hi, Andrew Duncan of the Duncan Duo team at LPT Realty. Are you looking to get a bidding war for your high-end luxury home? Go with the Duncan Duo team, the official real estate agents of the Tampa Bay Lightning. Both of our 2 most recent multi-million-dollar listings got several competing offers in a bidding war. That's how you get top dollar for your luxury home. Go with a billion-dollar producer, expert marketing, and expert negotiations with Tampa's best real estate team, the Duncan Duo at LPT Realty. Visit us at DuncanDuo.com. That's DuncanDuo.com.
As part of our 90th anniversary celebration, we have enhanced our cash-out refinance home loan. With our new limit, you can now receive up to 90% of your loan to value, providing you with more flexibility and financial freedom. If you have a $400,000 home, receive up to $360,000 with your cash-out refinance. Jumbo loans over $850,000 are available. Get cash for hurricane season, school expenses, or upcoming holidays. Ask about our new rates or learn more at gtefinancial.org/home refi.
Hey, Lightning fans, don't let cold and flu symptoms keep you on the bench. Power through your day with Mucinex Kickstart. Fast, all-in-one, and done relief with a jolt of instant cooling sensation. That's a game-winning play. Relief with a kick. Mucinex Kickstart. Go Bolts. Use as directed.
It's time we realize a 4-year degree isn't the only way to be successful. Training that gets you the knowledge and the skills can be just as beneficial, and you can do it in less than half the time. At National Aviation Academy, you can learn to work on and maintain aircraft in as little as 14 months. Call 800-659-2080 or visit wingmenwanted.com. Apply now. Visit wingmenwanted.com. For more information about our statistics, visit naa.edu/consumer-information.
Dizzy here for Kava Social Club. And Kava Social Club, it's not just a bar that serves amazing fresh pours of kava and kratom daily. They have tons of events going on constantly. Pool tournaments. Get your pool shark hustle on and break out Lucille on these fools. Find an event that piques your curiosity by visiting them online, thekavasocialclub.com, or on social at Kava Social Club. Kava Social Club, where your vibe attracts your tribe.
Every day, 44 people in the U.S. die from a drug overdose. The majority of overdose deaths involve opioid use. Overdose deaths accelerated during the COVID-19 pandemic. Under Florida's Good Samaritan Act, you cannot be prosecuted for calling 911 to get help for someone who has overdosed. This is especially critical in emergencies where every second counts. There is help. Recovery is possible. Visit CFBHN for more information.
Central Florida Behavioral Health Network is a managing entity contracted with the Department of Children and Families.
Your team is heating up the ice this season. You can catch thrilling hockey moments all season long on 102.5 The Bone. It's all brought to you by Cox Heating and Air Conditioning, your carrier experts for over 60 years. Go to coxair.com.
Are you dealing with bad feet all day? The Good Feet store wants to help you get back to living in comfort. Schedule your free fitting at goodfeet.com.
I'm back to doing what I love and more, thanks to the Good Feet store.
The Bone, WHPT, Sarasota, Tampa, St. Pete, and 107.3 WXGL HD2 St. Pete. The Bone is the official Tampa Bay Lightning radio station.
This season of the Tampa Bay Lightning is presented by Advent Health.
Gets the left circle, zips it to Kucherov right circle. Center's point, shoots, score!
It's time to be the Thunder.
Rated point! Wow. Rated point! Wow.
Tonight's broadcast of the Tampa Bay Lightning is presented by Spectrum. It's only the way TV should be. It's only everything. Learn more at SpectrumTV.com. Ticketmaster, the official ticket marketplace of the Tampa Bay Lightning. And by Advent Health, the official health and wellness partner of the Tampa Bay Lightning.
Hedman holds, shoots, score! Victor Hedman!
We're just moments away from puck drop as we get ready for Lightning to Strike.
Lightning hoping to get a W tonight here at Benchmark International Arena, taking on the Mammoth. Greg Linnelli with you. Let's bring in the guys calling the game tonight. The radio voice of the Lightning, Dave Mishkin, and the Hall of Famer, Phil Esposito. Boys, it's great to be with you. Phil, good to see you.
Yeah.
Always in person here.